Yes, we are live, guys. Welcome. Uh, yes, yes. Welcome, guys, to another live stream. Now we have here Mr. Kunal Patni, sir. How are you, sir?
Good. You just 1 second. I have work that I need to.
Okay, okay. So yeah, I'm a little bit nervous today.
Just give me 1 second. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. So currently I'm playing multiplayer, and Kunal sir is playing Tuesday feature. So yeah. अपन ऑफ स्ट्रीम ऑलरेडी एक बुलेट फायर कर चुके हैं. Now we are on our second bullet. Okay.
Yes. Sorry, I'm back.
Yeah. So sir, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, sir. Was a little bit nervous.
Yeah. So
A little bit nervous today.
you're nervous. Why? I'm streaming. Why should you be nervous?
First time I'm streaming with a pro.
Yeah, I'm nervous because when I have to stream, I don't do this like I said last time. Last time was the first time that I did last Tuesday. It was a lot of fun, so I thought, why not do it again? So
Yes.
we are doing it again.
Yep.
Now streaming for the second time.
Yes.
Today we are streaming the WPT Tuesday feature event. Should be fun. Like a 4,400 buy-in event for, I guess, like a 22 lakh prize pool. So let's have some fun.
Yes. Let's have some fun. And let me just थोड़ा मैं chat एक बार वो कर लेता हूँ. Okay.
We've got a pretty active table over here. So players on my table are ones who like to get involved in pots. So it's going to be a lot of action today, I guess.
Yeah.
ICM sucks, Softy Vanilla, Jigs 2412. All of them love to play hands. Suraj 23. I don't have too much info on this person, but I have a feeling we are going to see a lot of hands happening today.
That's great. Under the gun says good luck. Thank you so much, bro. Naveen says good morning to poker players and good evening to others.
And that's a nice one.
Good luck to both of you. Thank you so much, bro. Arjun Shetty, good luck, guys. Thank you so much. Let's go, guys.
Thank you so much, all of you who've joined in for the stream and wishing us luck.
Yep.
Last time we had a deep run when we streamed for the first time. My God, we got in the money and then we got slightly deep. Let's try and run deeper today.
Yep. Let's go. So we have king, queen. We have only kitna 9 big blind. तो अपन यहाँ पे shove ही करेंगे यहाँ पे तो. Let's get the double up, guys.
Are you also playing the Tuesday feature?
We'll join it later. Okay. Currently, I'm playing multiplier, WPT multiplier. That is 4 lakh guarantee.
Okay. Nice.
Okay, 6 for this king, queen. King or queen? No double up. Let's fire multiple bullets, guys. Shahil, good luck. Thank you so much, Shahil Gambhir. Good luck, Nitin bhai. Thank you so much, Agent Vlogger. Let's go, guys. Let's crush it on stream today.
Early stages of the tournament, so not much happening right now. We are all very, very deep. Started with about 200 big blinds, I guess.
Yeah. You are playing deep and I'm playing short stack. Yep.
I would prefer playing shorter, not short stack, but at least shorter. This is like 200 deep is too much, and it gets difficult, and
Yeah.
still a lot of time left for rebuy. So a lot of weird stuff happens during the rebuy period.
Yeah. I also feel this difficulties while I play deep stack.
No, I don't face difficulties. It's just like the game is very different because
Yeah.
somehow I feel now people have lost the value for money, so
Right.
they're playing very weird poker at times. And I'm not talking about low buy-in tournaments. I've seen that even happening in tournaments which are 27K, 55K, even super high roll of 1,10,000. People are just like willing to gamble and go all in with hands which has no business to be involved in that particular hand at all. So that's the funny part.
Yeah.
I mean, it is obviously a lot of high variance because you can end up making a big stack, or you can end up in
End up giving your stack.
straight giving your stack, because at times people are just playing some weird, and when you try and arrange them and put them on a particular range, it becomes difficult to kind of put them in any range and play accordingly.
Okay. Okay, we have few more.
So all you guys who've joined the stream, if you have questions,
Yeah, guys.
please
Feel
bring them on. I'd love to answer some questions and have some fun on the stream.
Yep. Yeah, guys, feel free to ask. Prem Kanavakan, hi, Patni sir, Nitin bhai. Hello, good luck. Thank you so much, bro. Good luck. Thank you so much, Kunal. Good luck, KP is the best. Kunal says. Yep, he is the best.
Who's saying that?
Kunal Yadav.
It takes a Kunal to know a Kunal.
Okay, we are king deuce, 8 deuce. We got a fold. Actually, few days back, you and me were on the same table. मतलब सारे बंदे disconnected थे and you and me were playing heads up.
I normally would not be defending a hand like this against most players, but this guy, I played too much with him. He plays like a lot of hands, so I'm just willing to, play against him. Okay, let's see. One turn card. And I'm not too happy with this turn card because it gives us a gut shot, and you're tempted to call again, but I will let it go. So I like I said, this is a hand which goes into an easy fold. It's not a defend for me. 6-10 off. It still can make a straight, flop a straight, but a triple gapper unsuited is not something that I'm too happy playing. The only reason I played, like I said, is this particular guy plays a lot of hands, and I've seen him do completely weird stuff. Like he does some weird stuff, and he's ready to stack off if we manage to hit the flop hard. So in that scenario, it's always I'm always happy to play against those players. Though I would always advise that a hand like 6-10 off. My personal suggestion is you should just fold that junk from the big blind.
Yeah. So can you see the chat?
I haven't opened.
Okay, let me share a link with you.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it if I open it, but like I would prefer if you. Okay, wait, let me open it. Only I'll open it. It's on the YouTube channel, right?
No, I'm sharing a link with you. आप वो open कर लो.
Okay.
Discord पे share करा है.
No. Let KP sir open YouTube.
अच्छा.
Okay.
So there is a question. Okay, KP sir, let's take a present situation. You got 100 big blind initial stage. How do you play at these stages, like in journal strategy?
One second. I'm just opening.
Nitin, keep checking WhatsApp streamers up.
Okay.
Okay, so I've opened the channel. Now I'm back. So KP sir, let's take the present situation. You've got more than 100 VB initial stages. How do you play at these stages, like in general strategy? So Prem, you know, it's not rocket science actually when you're playing deeper. You need to play ABC poker and not really go too much out of the line, because you're not winning those many chips, and whatever chips that you're even winning in these early stages of the tournament does not really make too much of a difference to your overall tournament position and what happens in the end. So I've seen a lot of guys who try and gamble in the initial first two, 3 levels of a tournament, especially if it's a small buy-in tournament. They just want to go all in with any two and try and get a double up, thinking that if they get a double up at that point of time, it will help them in winning the tournament. Let me tell you that it's probably one of the worst strategies that you can take, because you still have like 5-6 hours minimum of the tournament to go. So even if you get a double up in the first level of the tournament, it does not in any way guarantee anything to you. So I prefer, like, for example, I just can't understand what's happening here. Look at this hand currently. Like, he's just gone all in for like 150 BB. It just doesn't make sense. I don't know what he's trying to do here. Like, even if he gets a double up, for example, he goes to about 250, 260 BB, it does not guarantee anything to him. So I don't understand this play, very frankly. So I prefer playing, general ABC poker. Obviously, play a little more hands like suited connectors, pairs, which can make me a set, which can help me stack off. Those are the kind of hands that I would play when we are deep. Suited connectors like 8-9 suited, 9-10 suited, etc. But I'm not going to go buck with my 3 bets, 4 bets, because people are obviously willing to play a lot of hands. So my three bets will normally be very nutted, and that's probably the best way to approach a deep stage of a tournament.
Yep. Okay, we have Jack
Thank
Queen
you for
before.
everyone who's wishing us luck. Means a lot that you guys have joined, and you are here to support the two of us while we are doing this stream. Thank you for taking our time and being a part of this.
So there is another
Okay,
question.
Gaurav.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gaurav's question, right?
Yeah, right.
When playing PKO, please share what adjustments should we make to our game as compared to playing a normal tournament. So you should try and read up a little bit more on PKO tournaments to try and understand your calling range. Obviously, what happens in a PKO tournament is that you end up calling all-ins slightly wider than you would do in a normal tournament, because there's a bounty attached to the person that you are calling an all-in against. So you're winning some chips. There's enough and more available on the internet and various websites like Raise Your Edge. They have specific videos covering PKO tournaments and how you should deal with that. Maybe you should just take a look at that. It'll help you a lot. What is my favorite starting hand? Rahul, uh, I like a hand like 7-9 suited. It's kind of stuck to me for some weird reason, because it's a hand which flops well. And most poker players have some hands which are their favorite hands. So 7-9 suited is a hand which I like. I'm also a big fan of Ace Queen suited, because it has an emotional connect with me, this particular hand. So the first tournament that I won overseas, the Asian Championship of Macau in 2014, where I won the trophy, I won that. My final hand was Ace Queen of Diamonds. So given that as a option, I think Ace Queen suited is one of my hands, which I like.
Okay. Wow, Nitin by OP in the chat. Let's go, Himanshu. Okay, we got the double up. Let's go. Now we have a decent stack of 47 big blind. Yep. We made the comeback, guys. So, sir, how many tournaments you are playing right now?
Right now, I'm playing 4 tournaments.
Okay.
I'm playing other tournaments on other sites also, but obviously streaming only this one.
Okay.
Going to be a lot of fun. So I just send link on WhatsApp. Can one of you send me the link of on WhatsApp, because I just told Siddhant Kapoor that he's on my table. I just told him that I'm streaming this.
Okay.
And he wanted the link. Okay, we are already on a break, so let's come back in a bit.
Yeah, guys. Okay, so guys, we will be right back after the short break.
It's very, very simple to get what you want, but it's not easy. It's your job to make yourself do the crap you don't want to do so you can be everything that you're supposed to be. And you're so damn busy waiting to feel like it. And you're never going to. Ever. No one's coming. No one. No one's coming to push you. No one's coming to tell you to turn the TV off. No one's coming to tell you to get out the door and exercise. Nobody's coming to tell you to apply for that job that you've always dreamt about. Nobody's coming to write the business plan for you. It's up to you. And because you're only ever going to do the things that you feel like doing right now or that feel good right now, unless you understand that you've got to parent yourself, you got to push yourself, you're not going to make your dreams come true.
If you want to live your best life, your absolutely best life, you got to do me a huge favor. You got to watch them choices you make. People make bad choices, they wake up and make another bad choice, and they make another bad choice. Now they got a habit of bad choices, right? And they like, how did I get here? Choices. How did I get here? You trying to get to certain places, but you ain't making the choices that's going to get you there. You all in your feelings.
The problem is that most people, they can't get up in the morning. They ain't got no energy. They don't got the energy to keep up with me. I'm like, boo, ain't nothing wrong with you. You just ain't got the stamina. You just ain't got the energy. You can't smart everything. You can't outthink everything. Some stuff is just, you gotta be powerful. It's just some stuff that you gotta have stamina for. You just too slow. It just take you too long. You wake up, take you 3 weeks to do what it can take 24 hours to do. It don't make you a bad person, but you're gonna forever be average because to be great, you got to keep up. No alarm clock needed. My passion wakes me up. My drive wakes me up. My determination wakes me up. My ability to be, do, and have whatever I want, it wakes me up. What wakes you up? What drives you? Why are you playing this game? You gotta begin with the end in mind, so whatever your dream or your goal is, you gotta wake up every day to it. You gotta go to bed with it. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? You gotta read stuff. The music you listen to, everything you do, gotta pour into that dream.
I didn't get to where I am. I didn't get here being lazy. I didn't get here binge watching TV. I didn't get here taking days off. I personally know what it takes.
One day I made a decision that enough is enough. I'm tired of being average. I'm tired. I'm tired of being good. I'm tired. I made a decision. Enough is enough. It's showtime.
In order for you to go from one level to the next level, in order for any woman to transition, for any man to transition, the thing that they want must be greater than the thing they currently have. You only transition from one level to the next when you're tired of the level you on.
You don't belong at the bottom, and it's time for you to get your butt from down there. It's time for you to stop being comfortable at the bottom. Get your butt up.
and get to where you're supposed to be. Get where you belong. Do what you're supposed to do. Live like you're supposed to live. You gotta kill. Every single day of my life, I feel like giving 100%. Every single day, I don't have days where I don't feel like it. Why? Because I'm counting on me. My wife's counting on me. My son's counting on me. I don't have days to waste. And your grind has to match.
So yeah, guys, we are back after a short break. There are a few more questions on YouTube.
Firstly, let's welcome Siddhant Kapoor to the stream. He's joined
Hey.
he's watching it right now. Siddhant, who's sitting on my right on this table currently playing as Bullseye Power, has joined the stream. One of the nicest guys that I've met in my life, and I'm not exaggerating about it. Very, very sweet chap. As some of you might know, Siddhant is an actor, DJ, poker player, and a great human being. He does a lot of stuff. So happy to have Siddhant joining us for the stream. Welcome, Bully.
Yes, sir. Welcome, sir, on the stream. Yeah. Okay.
And like I said during my last stream also, Siddhant was on my table for some time at that time also. Not that I love to introduce him in this manner, saying that he's the famous Mr. Shakti Kapoor's son, because Siddhant has created a huge name for himself.
Yeah, definitely.
But the fact of the matter is that he is Shakti Kapoor's son, who again happens to be one of my favorite Bollywood guys. I just love him. In fact, to the extent that on one of the other websites, my ID earlier was Crime Master Gogo, which was obviously inspired from Andaz Apna Apna, Crime Master Gogo, an epic character.
Yeah, right, right. Yes. Siddhant says the most difficult hand to play.
Siddhant, I think, knows the answer to this one. For me, one of the most difficult hands to play is Pocket Kings, for no other reason that hand hasn't been very good to me overall. So that's the hand which I normally don't like playing too much. But yeah, I still would love to get Pocket Kings and keep playing.
There's also one of my friend who don't like playing pocket queens. वो बोलते हैं कि मेरे को प्री फ्लॉप ही फोल्ड करना सही है क्योंकि मेरे को पोस्ट फ्लॉप नहीं खेलना हो.
It happens. For example, a lot of people actually don't like pocket jacks, but I actually quite like pocket jacks. I like playing pocket jacks. The common joke in the poker world is that there are 3 ways to play pocket jacks, and all 3 of them are wrong. So that's the thing about pocket jacks. But I somehow like pocket jacks. I'm happy to play pocket jacks.
So do you approach same way like pocket jacks, like aces, correct? Aces or pre-flop.
I mean, it's one of the best starting hands for sure.
Yeah, that's
so why not have a hand which is so good to start with? It's like just people get worried about pocket jacks because they say, what happens on the flop? There is always an ace or a king or a queen.
Yeah.
You just need to start working on your post flop game to ensure that you obviously do not go broke with pocket jacks a deep stack. So you need to keep that in mind. Otherwise, it's a good hand. Definitely a hand which I would love to get. Sorry if I miss out on some of the questions or something, because I am playing tables right now, streaming and trying to focus and not make mistakes. While you're streaming, you are obviously a little worried also that your game is under scrutiny. People are watching, so I might miss a few questions. If I do, I'm sorry about that. Suraj, hey, float to my board. Suraj on my 8 max table. Welcome, Suraj. Nice to see you stream. I've been playing poker for a year now, mostly on GG. Started playing in Adda last week. Oh, you joined late then. You missed out on playing on India's best poker website. You should have joined earlier. Welcome to the Adda community, and I hope that we'll see you as a regular on Adda going ahead.
So can you turn off your Adda sound?
Sound? Is it me or you? They have asked you to turn down.
Okay, yeah.
If I turn off my other sound, I'll start missing hands also now. I don't want to do that while I'm
okay. It's me. Okay.
So finally, we've got a good hand to play. Ace Queen suited. Suraj says recently got a big score of 16K in GG. Oh, that's super nice, Suraj. Very well done at the WSOPC Sunday Deep Stack 25. I'm super excited to watch Indian streams. Good luck, good luck. Thank you, Suraj. Good luck to you too. 41 watching, but only 13 likes. Naveen says, yes, Naveen, that's not fair. People should like this stream more.
Yeah, guys, please, if you're watching the stream, please like the stream as well. And yeah, we have few more. Sachin said, Kalka ticket credit. So don't worry, Sachin, bro. We'll credit the tickets very soon. So UTG opens, we have a set. Giving up all. Check. Might miss few questions because of VK. So we start top pair with decent kicker. I'm again gonna check. Good to have you, Kunal sir. Wish you check bet on stream. Yep. So there's a question we missed. Hi KP, give some advice for the stage just after the bubble burst. Play aggressive or passive. Many short stack start going all in. Should we call with wider ranges?
Okay, let's take that question after this hand. It's an interesting hand which is developing. Siddhant
Okay.
opens early position. We have ace jack suited. We flopped obviously the nut flush draw. And we pick up more equity. Fold, Siddhant. Yeah, not the best river for us. So when he bets there and then he calls there, in a lot of scenarios, he has overpairs there. And our jack pair might not be good here. He's never folding a queen. If he has king queen. So we just like take our showdown. Yeah.
Jack pocket
Like I said, he
jacks.
has overpairs there. So it's not a.
Yeah.
We obviously had a huge hand on the turn, nut flush draw, straight draw.
Okay.
Against a lot of players, I'm actually going broke over there, but I do know that Siddhant is on the Nitya side, so he's not going to go back on that run out. And I mean, it was a board where he would have had to fold a lot of maybe even a hand like Queens, Kings, Aces, because it was a very horrible board for Queens, Kings, Aces with the one card straight there. Me having a lot of sets there. That's what I was trying, but obviously he had jacks, which is an over pair with an open ender, and he's never folding there. So,
Yep.
though I think a river jam he would have had to fold, but he has so many queens there, which gives him a straight. He has some king queens there, so didn't want to do that. And he's one of the guys who I don't really like to bluff. He's a good friend.
But if you jam there, वहाँ पे उनका call only queen x and pocket sevens that he is calling there.
If I jam there, he has to fold a lot of his hands because I have the way the hand played out. I have a lot of sets. I obviously have a straight with a 7 there.
Mm-hmm.
I could have a hand like Queen Jack there. So there are a lot of hands
That's
which I
right.
have.
Yeah. Okay, does it need to make the software? Okay, so you saw it as alright. Okay. Let's go. So there's a question.
Everyone folds when the big blind is just sitting out. We can't do much. We just raise and take it off.
So there was a question. Give some advice for the stage just after the bubble burst. Play aggressive or passive? Many short stacks start going all in. Should we call with wider ranges?
I mean, you have to call with whatever is the right range. I can't say whether to call with a wider range or not. Just study your ranges calling chart and see if it falls under the calling chart. You should be calling. See, what you have to realize while you're playing an MTT, most of you people, is that all the money in an MTT is right there at the top. Like the maximum money obviously is at the top. So the point of playing any MTT is to try and win that MTT and not to just get in the money. Because if you're trying to just get in the money for an MTT, you will not really do well overall during the MTT. But yeah, if you have a big stack, then yeah, it's time to start being aggressive and play accordingly.
So when I started playing MTTs ना मेरा भी सेम अप्रोच रहता था कि मेरे को पेजम्स चाहिए जस्ट आईटीएम करना है ये सब सीन रहता था बट नाउ आई एम लर्निंग द गेम तो अब समझ आ रही चीज़ें कि कैसे कैसे गेम को अप्रोच करना है हाउ किस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम में हमें अपनी कौन सी स्ट्रेटेजी चेंज करनी है कहाँ पे एग्रेसिव जाना है कहाँ पे बिल्कुल नेटी हो जाना है कहाँ पे पैसिव हो जाना है
No, it's a simple thing
या
for MTTs. Everyone has to realize that the money is right there at the top.
या
So you have to play for the win. You have to play for the win. You cannot play to try and get into a min cash for any MTT
या
because that is not doing you any good. So you have to play aggressive. Sure. Being passive will not help you in most MTTs. So that's a fact.
So on that board we're gonna just
Welcome, Chirag. Good luck, Chacha. He's saying, as a lot of you know, Vasuli Chacha is my screen name on another Indian website. And for some reason, it has caught on with people and it's become a name that I am now used to people calling me with on most tables. Chacha being obviously a little to do with the fact that I am slightly on the older side compared to the general poker players in the industry.
no
So
so
thank
so
you,
you
Chirag, for joining in and welcome.
but you still look younger okay okay.
Well, I'm 41 years old, so it's more than most poker players that we have. Thankfully, we still have a few poker players who are older than me, like Rajat Sharma, Swin Sehgal,
Okay.
and a few to name a few, but not too many of them who are there who are older than me. So it's something which a lot of these poker players try and make fun of me, given my age. Uh, some of them actually try to put me on a tilt on the poker tables by calling
Okay.
me names like uncle or trying to make a joke on my age. What they don't realize that, quite frankly, I think I played enough poker to be not put on tilt on a table by something as stupid as that. And second thing, it's not something that I am ashamed about. Like I have lived a good life for 40, 41 years, and I'm
Yeah.
proud of the fact that, even being 41, I'm playing poker and I'm happy right now. So if any of you guys are watching who try and put me on a tilt by doing that while on the table, trust me, it doesn't help at all. You're not putting me on a tilt for sure.
You just enjoyed that movement, but
Oh yeah, I mean,
okay.
I, I mean, like I am 41. I am 41. I'm older than most of the poker players that are there out today. Uh, the average age of poker players is obviously much younger. So there's nothing to be ashamed about. Like, why should I be ashamed about that? So
Yeah,
if you
that's
think
that's
that
right.
I'm ashamed about it and try and put me on tilt, it's not really working. It's all that I'm saying.
So guys, it's not working. Stop spamming on chat. You're just wasting your time, guys.
Yep.
That's it. Okay. I think the ticket is for tomorrow, so ticket will be over there.
We have about 45 people watching. That's good, right?
Yeah, that's great. That's great, guys. So thank you so much, guys, for joining in. People who didn't subscribe, just subscribe and like the stream, guys, if you are liking it. Okay. So we have Ajax suited on button.
Hasn't been a good start for us till now. We've lost some chips, especially in that hand against Siddhant, where we turned a straight draw flush draw.
Yeah. Okay, we have a jam in hand here. So, 2D jams, we're gonna rejam here. Ajax suited is a
But
very
we
good
still have a
hand.
lot of chips to play with. Still have like 40 big blinds, which is a
Yeah.
lot of chips. Most tournament poker is actually played around with this stack. What I've seen, one of the advice which I would like to give some of the beginners here, because somebody, Swapnil, was asking me for some advice. Is Swapnil, when you lose some stack in the beginning of the tournament in the first half an hour, 45 minutes, 1 hour, I've seen a lot of people just lose their focus and tilt and think that, especially if it's a rebuy tournament, they think that, let me just rebuy and get back to a starting stack. It doesn't really work that way, because you can only lose a tournament in the initial stages of a tournament. You cannot win a tournament in the initial stages of the tournament. So 40 bigs is still a lot of chips to play with. So there's no reason for me to go back and try and get a double up, or be desperate, or think that, let me just gamble here and rebuy and get back to starting stack. This is a mistake which a lot of people make, and I would advise those guys not to try and make this mistake, because every time you do that, you're obviously burning money.
Okay.
And if you just pick up historically and see people who are chip leading a tournament in the early stages of the tournament, whether in the first half an hour, 1 hour, 1.5 hour, and take a look at where they end up when the tournament finishes, and you'll be surprised to see that I obviously do not have exact numbers or statistics to prove it, but you will be surprised to see that the number of people who are chip leading a tournament in the early stages of the tournament are in more cases than not the ones who end up running deep in the tournament or winning the tournament. So gambling in the initial stages to get a double up and then think that we are in a good stage does not make for a good play, in my opinion. Also, a lot of people have a tendency to keep looking at the average stack of the tournament players and thinking that we are so we have a very bad hand to defend here, we just fold, thinking that we are much lower than the average stack, and then we need to catch up and get close to the average stack. Trust me, guys, that doesn't really help in any way, uh, because the average stack is in the end just a number, and one hand or two hands can change everything. Suddenly, from a short stack, you can become a chip leader in 2-3 hands. Suddenly, from below average stack, you can go above average stack. So stop looking at these uh, features at any stage of a tournament, even with about 10, 15, 20 people left, looking at the average stack and thinking you're the short stack and etc. Looking at stack sizes, average stacks, etc., does not really help you in any way. It just puts additional pressure on you, which is of no use. So just doesn't make sense. Okay, so we have an interesting situation here. We have, let me see, how much do we have? We have close to 30 big blinds. This guy plays a lot of hand, and big blind is missing. I mean, I'm jamming here. I could 3-bet call off, but this guy doesn't really fold too much to 3-bets. He calls off with a lot of hands, which could be worse than us, 8s, 9s, 10s. So I'm jamming there and hoping that we get a double up here.
Yeah, might be triple up.
This guy is
It's
playing
Sumit.
tight.
It's ATM 888 Sumit. Sumit bhai.
Or we get unlucky. Like I said, he'll be calling me with so lot
Yeah.
worse, and which is exactly what happened. He called us with a much worse hand, which he obviously should not be calling.
Yep,
So this was also an exploit which I tried against a guy who I know doesn't fold. I know this guy doesn't fold too much, so that's why I'm jamming a lot wider here, especially with my strong hands, because he ends up calling. I expected him to call with a hand like 7s, 8, 9s. I obviously didn't expect him to call with a hand like 5s, which is too wide a call. ATM 888 868 is Sumit.
Yeah, right.
Sumit Namlani.
Yeah.
Okay. So I hope he's not watching the stream right now.
He might be watching on delay. Yeah.
Okay.
It was ended on. Yes. Okay.
Okay, so we got a little, we got obviously unlucky, not little. We got pretty unlucky
Yeah.
over there. Jacks versus fives. Unfortunate river for us. Time for us to rebuy. We've rebought and back there. Okay, let's try and see if we have missed on some question. Yeah, Naveen, Kunal, I feel for the beginners, I feel they want to be ITM but doesn't have any strategy to make it to final table. What are your thoughts? I agree with your statement. Aim for bug. Strategy is simple. What I said, Naveen, tournaments are to be played to win the tournament. All the money is there right at the top. The top 3, 4 places are the ones which pay out the maximum amount of money. So your aim for most, for all tournaments should be to win the tournament. If your aim during any tournament is to try and min cash the tournament because it means so much to you that min cash, that means that you're playing beyond your bankroll. You should not be playing the tournament if you're playing only for min cash, because you're then not playing optimum poker. So you need to rework on your strategy over there. And for strategies on how to play after ITM, like I've been saying in my last stream and even earlier today, there is lots and more available now, thankfully, on the internet on how to improve your strategy on poker by watching a lot of videos, a lot of articles. So, guys, make use of it. There's so much available free also on the internet. There are some which are available for, even after paying a little bit, not too expensive. So make use of that and start working on your game. Ajay is asking me at what age did I start playing poker professionally? Ajay, I started playing professionally in 2015. So currently I am 41, like I said. So you can just do the maths. So I started playing poker professionally quite late compared to the age when normal poker players start. Usually, a lot of the guys who've been playing poker now, if you see the average age, these are most of the guys pick up poker during the university days, and they start playing at quite an early stage. Post that, I compared to that, I obviously picked it up very very late.
So I also
I used
joined
to play.
after I complete. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Nitin. So
Yeah.
I used to play recreationally before that. Obviously, I used to play with my friends and my office people, but that was just like for fun, which like a lot of people do. For me, professionally, I decided to take it up as a career only after I had a good score at the Asian Championship Poker in Macau in 2014. And post that, Adda created their first team of pros in 2015, and they were good enough to approach me, who was a complete novice, a complete unknown name in the poker market, and they bet on me that I could probably do something big and asked me to be a pro with them. And that's when I realized that, playing poker seriously itself takes a lot of time because you have to study so much about the game. There's so much happening. It's like a career on its own. And then it was difficult for me to do both at the same time, being a poker player and a banker. And that's when I took a mm, decided to give up my job as a banker and pursue my passion as a poker player.
That's great. That's great, sir. Sharik Linak
Uh,
says, Kunal sir, big fan.
Thank you, Sharik. Thank you for the kind words.
So, sir, who was your first coach?
Who was my first coach? Uh, okay, so when I started initially playing poker and before I won the Asian Championship of Poker in Macau in 2014, I did not know too much about MTTs as such. I used to
Okay.
obviously mainly play cash with friends earlier. So before I went for that series, I obviously realized that I need to brush up on my MTT game because MTTs are a slightly different nuances. Is a slightly different ball game. You need to understand short stack play. You need to understand spots, etc. So at that point of time, there was this book by Jonathan Litton called Secrets of Professional Poker Tournament or something on those lines. I don't know the exact name. It's a 3 part book. Uh, series, and I bought that and I read through that before I went for the Asian Championship Poker. So in a way, Jonathan Little was my first coach for poker. After that, when I came back, I did. Uh, I was in touch with Danish, who's in my eyes probably the best MTT player in the country, or definitely in the top two. Him and Adi are right there. So Danish
Yes.
actually shared the room with me in Macau once, and he realized that obviously, I need to work a lot on my game. And Danish at that point of time had suggested that you should get a coach for yourself, a one-on-one coach who can help you with your game, etc. And Danish got me introduced to this guy called Michael Acevedo.
Okay.
Now, Michael Acevedo is an online phenomena who did coach me for a brief while in the initial part of my career. And for a lot of guys who do not realize this right now, or don't know, Michael Acevedo has gone ahead and written a book in recent time, which is the best book on poker, as suggested by most top poker players in the world. I am once again, I saw, excuse my memory, but I don't remember the exact name of the book, but it is right now considered as the best book on poker. So you should probably look it up.
Yeah, yeah.
It's written by Michael Acevedo, and I'm happy to say that he was my one of my first coaches at that point of time, and somebody in the recent past did share some video of Michael Acevedo where he spoke something about coaching, etc., etc. And I was very surprised that Michael actually remembered my name, and during that interview, actually mentioned my name, and it was a huge thing for me. I did meet up with Michael in Vegas a couple of years back, post that.
Okay.
After that, so when I was in Michael Acevedo, I realized that, what he was teaching me was a little too technical for me. I wasn't really ready for that because I still needed to brush up a lot on my basics before I got into technical. So I didn't really continue with Michael for too long at that point of time. And
Okay.
about 2.5 years back, I had approached Danish and I requested him if I could be coached by him and join. So he coach with the stable IPP, and I requested him if I could be a part of IPP. And for the last 2.5, 3 years, I've been with IPP and been learning from Danish, Abhishek Rathod, Sahil Agarwal, who was there earlier, some foreign coaches like Buffy. So these are the guys who've been helping me with my game.
Okay. That's great. That's great.
Okay, so something. Shubham, how do you review your hand history since the hand history format provided by Adda does not work with PT4 HM3? Shubham, you could use a converter. This is what most of us guys do. We use a converter. I currently use a converter by called Advanced Poker Tools. It works perfectly fine. You can use it with along with PT4 and do your hand history review with that. That's what I do.
Okay. So you use PT4.
I use PT4.
Okay. I'm currently using Driver 2, that beta version.
Am I still with IPP? Yes, Vishal. I am still with IPP. I've been with them for about 2.5, 3 years now, and I continue remaining with them.
Okay, we got the fold. Chalucha. Let's go. Queen's probably gonna fold. So I also have so many questions to you. Can I ask?
Oh yeah, sure, sure.
Okay, okay. So I made a list of questions right here. Okay, let me ask my first. So my first question is, how do you handle your downswings, matlab?
Okay, we've one second. We have a hand where we put
Okay, okay.
some pressure on ICM sucks and he folds.
And yeah, he
I
sucks.
think, yeah, I think we went slightly too big. We could have probably made it slightly smaller for him to call there. How to handle downswings?
Yeah.
Good question. It's a it's something which most poker players should learn how to deal with, because downswings are very much a part of the game, and you need to learn how to deal with that, because if you are trying to play this seriously or professionally, that's something which will come up again and again. And we've heard some of the best poker players in the world who keep saying that we've had downswings, we've lost our complete bankroll, then we've come back, etc., etc. The simple thing which I've heard some of the guys use very regularly is follow the process, and that's what it works. So your job as a poker player is to study your game, work on your game, improve your game, and keep doing the right things. So as long as you keep doing the right things, you will be at the right end of the variance spectrum.
Okay.
You will get your bad beats during your downswing. That those are the times when you will get bad beats. You will lose hands which you are not supposed to lose, where you are ahead and you lose. But if you keep following the process, if you keep studying on your game, improving on that, doing the right thing,
Yeah.
it has to work out for you in the end, because the variance is not a one-way street. It will work in your favor also when things go right.
Yeah.
So just keep doing that, and it'll all work out. It'll be very helpful if you have a strong mental mindset, because that's very important for all poker players. If you do not have a strong poker mindset, then you are on a path of destruction. And I have been in that situation, so I can actually say it from personal experience. Uh, a few months back, I was in a stage of my poker career where I started tilting a lot more than I normally used to do earlier, and I started, getting upset about bad beats. I started complaining about bad beats. People who know me have made fun of me, and they say, my friends in poker, and they say that you talk so much about bad beats, etc., etc. And I realized it was a fact. I was doing that, and I was tilting, doing wrong things on the table, firing more bullets than I should be firing, etc., etc. That's the time when I realized that I do need somebody to help me with my mindset. And I got in touch with a mindset coach.
Okay.
There's this fantastic mindset coach. His name is Kareem Chelly.
Oh,
I
yeah.
did sessions with Kareem for like 3 months, and he helped me a lot in just being in the right frame of mind. Simple things like meditating before a game, or a lot of other things that helped me quite a bit, and I have been in a better space since then. Going ahead, I haven't really tilted that much. I'm not really I feel I'm playing better poker. I'm playing optimum poker. I'm obviously still working hard on my game, studying my game. Being with IPP ensures that you do that. So on a constant basis, on a daily basis, you need to work on your game and improve your game. That is what I've been doing, and trying to keep a positive mindset, which is very, very important.
Okay, that's great.
One thing that stops me from playing poker on Indian sites is the ridiculous plays that people make, which puts me completely off. What are your thoughts? Suraj, so when the stream started, I did speak about this point. It's something which you need to deal with. I mean, you also have to realize that the ridiculous plays which people are making is also an indication of the fact that the games are much softer today compared to some of the other places around the world where people have learned the game and they are doing much better in terms of their understanding of the game. Uh, Here, people are still gambling a lot, doing ridiculous stuff, which is good for you. There will be definitely variance that will come. You will get more variance in the game because of that, because you will be getting into certain spots where you are losing hands which you're not supposed to lose because somebody is called with a hand which he shouldn't have. For example, something that just happened with me over here, that guy, when he snap called me my 35 BB jam with pocket fives, which he shouldn't be doing there. But I'm happy every time I'm jamming and a person calls me with fives. I'm happy because
Yep.
he's going to call me there most of the times, but statistically he's going to win 1 out of 5 times. So 4 out of 5 times I'm going to win that hand jacks against fives against this guy. So I'm ready to take that variance. I'm happy when people are making these ridiculous plays because it is just helping me print money and have a better stack. So instead of being uh, overwhelmed and bogged down by it, I think Suraj, you should look at it and try and play more on Indian sites because it's a softer field today compared to a lot of other places. If you're playing so much on GG, like you say, the quality of the game on GG poker is obviously way much better. There are people who understand the game much better, so your edge is much thinner on a site like GG. Whereas on on a place like Indian website, you have an edge, so you should definitely take advantage of that. So it's like a small protection bet from our side also because there are so many cards on the river which are not good for us. So we do want to be obviously betting our entire range there, betting our deuces, nines, five, and especially against a guy who likes to call off everything. He'll call with any tune there. Let's see what he called it. Yeah, for example, let's see this guy. The last hand that he called me with ace-6 off on that now deuce 9-5, and he has ace-6 off. Like he has no reason to call there, but so I'm happy when this happens, right? You should be happy too when something like this happens. When people are making these calls against you, because you are in the long run, you will always end up doing better than them. Akshay Kapoor, welcome to the stream. Akshay, again, is a friend, a good friend of mine, so he's joined the stream. Akshay, before anything else, I have to tell you because I was anyway about to message you today. I remember you telling me at one of the tables last week or sometime when I was just obviously playing the fool around with you, and I obviously took your suggestion where you said, we should get a better time bank at Adda. I have already forwarded that request to the tech team, and I think that is something which does not really require too much of a workaround from the team. So it should be live soon. Pretty soon, we will have better time bank on most of the tournaments on Adda. So you had a little bit of a complaint on that. That has been taken care of. So even though as much fun as I was making with you on the table saying that I'm not going to listen to you, I'm only going to listen to a year because he also said the same thing. I was just joking around. I've taken your advice and given it, so it'll be working soon.
Okay, that's
According
great.
to you, KP, what are the right amount of bullets? Heard you say that you were firing more than you were supposed to. Uh, okay. So very frankly, Akshay, the best way to answer that is there is no right number of bullets or wrong number of bullets. It depends completely. In my very frankly, once again, this is my personal opinion. Each bullet is to be treated like a separate, like a new tournament. And this advice I got from some of the best poker players around the world. They say once you have fired a bullet and you have busted, the second bullet that you're firing, do not look at it as a second bullet in that tournament. You should look at it as a new tournament that you're starting. So that's why to answer your question, the number of bullets that you fire in a particular tournament depends on your bankroll. So if your bankroll is, for example, allowing you to fire uh, 10 bullets in a particular tournament, and you feel you have the edge in the tournament, then maybe you can still go ahead and do it. But what happens is, in most of the times, what we have seen is people end up firing a lot of bullets even though their bankroll doesn't allow them. So that's the cause of concern. And when I was complaining about firing more than I should, I was obviously talking about my bankroll itself. Like I mean I shouldn't be firing uh, so many bullets because my bankroll wasn't allowing. It had got nothing to do with the number of bullets. So the number of bullets actually isn't really the way to look at it. It's just like your bankroll, which should be the deciding factor, in my opinion.
Hey, we have caught, wait, caught.
Modern
thinking.
Poker Theory by Michael Acevedo.
Yeah.
That's right, Ganesh Kamath. Sorry, I missed out on that name. Thank you so much for getting it there for a lot of people. So Modern Poker Theory today is probably the best book on poker available out there, but it's obviously a little more advanced. So a lot of people who want to work on their game, first get your basics right, and get into a stage where you can understand a book like Modern Poker Theory, and then get into Modern Poker Theory.
Whoa.
Suyog, thank you, Suyog, for your kind words.
वेट कॉर्टन अपने को रेज आ गया यहाँ पे.
What's पे raise आ गया? What else
Wow.
can you ask for?
Okay, he jams. He really jam. Wow. Let's see. He has king 7. Nice.
What was the board?
4 7 7 4 ace, and we had fours. He had king 7.
Oh, nice.
Full value. He limped from UTG, king 7 now.
I mean, exactly. So coming back to what Suraj was saying, Suraj, why not play in a field where things like this is happening? Yes, you will end up losing some hands where you will get tilted and you'll think, WTF is this guy doing? But that's the variance that you need to deal with, and that's probably one of the reason why some of the guys in the country are doing so well in India today, because they are obviously working extremely hard on the game. So pick up some of the top players in the country today. And I'm not talking about old school like Adi and Danish, who obviously are fantastic. But a guy like Sri Harsha, Gaurav Sood, Lakshpal Singh, Vishal Bajaj, Rajat Sharma, Shrikant, Anurag, uh, all these guys are working so hard on their game, which most people do not realize. And what they have seen is the results and their scores, and then they think that these guys are lucky, they're winning those flips, they never lose those flips, they are never lose when they are behind also, they're getting lucky, etc., etc. Yes, they are getting lucky at the right time also, which is a part of the game, but you never see those hands where they have lost out, when they are in big spots where they have lost out when they are ahead. So losing, a hand like kings to, for example, tens with 10 left in a big tournament, it's happened to the best of players around the world, and it's happened to any of these top players. But the amount of hard work which most of these guys whose name I've taken have been putting in their game is unbelievable. And you guys need to learn from them and get inspired by them and start working on your game, because the results show on the table are uh, comes from what has been done behind the scenes working on the game. Prabhu, what do you do in the stage just after the bubble bust? Many short stacks go all in. Should we call with wider ranges? Prabhu, I think I already answered this question. I don't know if you asked or somebody else asked. Uh, uh, you have to start doing things based on um, the opponent. I mean, if you think that the opponent is jamming wider, then you need to call wider. If you think the opponent is jamming tight, then you need to adjust accordingly. So it depends a lot on opponent. It's got nothing to do with the bubble busting. Though actually at times it does, because what people do at times is just as soon as the bubble busts and they feel now we are in the money, they start to lower their guards and start jamming hands which they should not be. So if that is the situation and you do realize that that's how the players are playing on the table, then yes, you need to start calling wider. But otherwise, it's just better to play your ranges and call according to what is the right range. Just follow those ranges.
Ranges. and play your natural game. I saw people doing fancy plays जहाँ पे कोई bluff मारने का फायदा नहीं है but फिर भी कर रहे हैं.
It's for me, very frankly, what I believe in and what I think is that poker is not a very difficult game as such.
That I
But
totally
people
agree.
try, but people try and make it fancy, and they think it's all about bluffing. If they do not bluff, then they will. It's there. They don't get that rush. They do not get that high, or whatever is the reason. And they make it tougher and even more difficult for themselves. And I feel it's not needed. Yeah, there are certain spots where you need to take that spot and bluff because it is you cannot win that hand, or you are it's a very good spot where you need to bluff because your bluff is making sense against a guy who's thinking and who's a thinking player. But if you try and bluff in spots where where your story is not making sense either to your opponent because he's very good, or because your opponent is a complete novice and he is not going to fold even his bottom pair there, then it just doesn't make sense. So try and keep things simple. Do not overcomplicate things for yourself. Any update on what team will you be representing in the next PSL season? Vishal, I see no reason to change my team as of now. I've been with Deccan Aces now for 3 years, earlier known as Hyderabad Kings, which was then changed to Deccan Aces. I've got a fantastic owner for our team, fantastic owner, sorry, plural. So they've given me a free hand in the way I would like to have my team, the composition, etc., etc. So I've got a free hand to work with the team the way I wanted to, which has worked very well for us. And we obviously ended up winning the last season of Poker Sports League Online and the VPL before that. So back to back, we've done that. So I see no reason in changing my teams unless obviously for some reason the owners decide not to continue with me as a captain and decide to go ahead with somebody else. So as far as I think I will still be with the Deccan Aces for the next season of PSL. And since we are talking about PSL, the next season of PSL will be bigger, will be more exciting. I've obviously been in touch with the hashtag poker guys, Pranaba guys, Siddharth Mishra, etc. They are extremely good friends of mine. I meet up with them and they keep telling me about their plans and what they're doing. So it'll be great. It's something which I'm looking forward to. And hopefully we would have got over with the pandemic by then, and you know uh, we will be able to play live poker, which I am sure most of us are missing on.
That's nice. Akshay says, KB, you missed my
Anurag
name.
Srivastav has joined the screen. Welcome, Anurag. Anurag,
Hello, hello.
again, extremely good friend of mine. Uh, very, very good poker player, understands the game very well. I have a lot of respect for his game and his understanding of the game. And happy to see that he's joined the stream. He's probably just doing some time pass. He's obviously not on the table. Last time he was on the table when we were streaming, and it was fun when he was there, and I could throw fishes on him at that point of time.
Akshay says, KP, you missed my name. Now I'm sad.
I'm sorry.
Akshay says, KP, you missed my name. Now I'm sad.
I'm
Akshay
Akshay.
Kapoor. Akshay Kapoor. Akshay Kapoor.
You missed his name in what?
Might be
I
asked some
don't.
question.
I don't know if what is he talking about. If he's talking about some of the best poker players in the country today, then obviously I'm sorry, Akshay, for not taking your name. It's a it's a it's a list of names where most people need to do still a lot more to get into that. Be taken in the same names as Harsha, Gaurav Sood, etc., etc. You need to do a lot more. And but having said that, I know Akshay is one player who is definitely going to get there soon.
Yes, yes.
I mean, he was with me in the same stable, IPP, till recently. He's moved on from there now. And I've seen how hard Akshay has been working on his game, and there's no reason for him not to do well going ahead and crush poker. So I'm sure he'll do that. And
Yeah.
hopefully, pretty soon, when we are talking about these players, Akshay's name will be there.
And he's pressing the field right now.
So
I mean,
Yog, I was playing cash games since 2 years only on Star, sometimes on Adda. Now I've shifted to MTTs. Any tips for cash players who shifted to MTT recently? Once again, something which people keep asking me regularly. MTTs are a slightly different ball game than cash, because in cash, the moment you bust one buy-in, you can always top up, get another buy-in, or at times even get 2-3 buy-ins and sit with a stack. So games are different. MTTs do not give you that option. Once you lose your stack, obviously you can rebuy in a rebuy tournament, but otherwise, let's say if you've passed the rebuy stage and you are in the stage where you cannot rebuy anymore, the games are different. You will be playing at different stack levels. So you'll need to understand and start working on that part of the game. There are a lot and more of MTT courses available online. MTT master classes available by Raise Your Edge, Run It Once, Upswing Poker, etc., etc. Get your hands on one of these courses and just do the full course. It's not very expensive, but it helps you in navigating your way through the various stages of an MTT, and that should help do you a lot of good for your MTT play. I personally spent a lot of time with the MTT course of Raise Your Edge, and it definitely helped me with my game, so I could recommend that. Just lost a big stack on the Unreal Flight now. Kings losing again 7-4 off, and he drills two pairs. So tilted, man. Suraj. I mean, I really don't know what else to add to over there, Suraj. It's I know, as lame as it sounds, but it's a part of the game. Like, tell me what you would do if I ask you that question. If I give you Kings today and I ask you that the other person is jamming or calling your jam or whatever, your 3-bet or etc., whatever, with a hand like 7-4 off, would you want him to call or would you not want him to call? I'm sure your answer 100% of the times is we would want him to call. So do that. Let them play 7-4 off against your kings and let's see how many times they will get lucky. Okay, Akshay already replied to your message of you being sad, so we're going to skip that. Need to work harder now, Akshay. Yeah, for sure. You're working very hard. I know that.
that's right.
Okay, Suraj, let's call one street.
Poker Life India and our chat. Kunal missed the Bangalore days of live poker. Yeah.
Sorry. Eat some run good juice my way. Arjun, Paji's also joined the stream. Welcome, Paji, Mr. Arjun Chadda. Welcome to the stream. Last time I remember last time I spoke about it during the stream that, I normally don't miss messages from people, even though they are not on my friend list. When they send me messages on Facebook or Instagram, etc., I try and reply to most messages in whatever way I can and try and help people when they ask for my help. But the only times I said that, I do miss out on some of the messages are when people randomly would just send me a hi and nothing else. Like, I'm obviously not going to reply to that and then expect the other person to reply back saying whatever. So what I said was that, people who want to do something, send me more than a hi. Send me like what is it that you're wanting. So Paji at that point of time, suddenly I see he sent me a hi on WhatsApp, he sent me a hi on Facebook Messenger, and he sent me a hi on Instagram at the same time. And I was trying to figure out what happened suddenly. I didn't realize what happened. And then I obviously replied to him on one of the forums. I think WhatsApp, I replied to him. And then he was probably busy playing. And then he messaged me later. I was just watching your stream and I was just trying to irritate you by just sending a hi. Welcome, Paji.
Welcome,
KK will
KK.
always lose to 10-10. Paji, since you're talking about that, I have to tell you that I have done my analysis. So as much as I used to complain about KK, to a lot of people again and again, and it became like a nemesis hand for me. Uh, Anurag was the one who finally suggested to me, along with I think Ayush, who's a part of IPP stable. They said, "Ki aap itna bolte ho, let's just run your database and see how KK has actually done for you." And so we decided to do that. We ran through my database over the last many thousand hands, and we ran a filter and we saw how KK Kings have done for me. And surprisingly, Kings has done better for me than it actually should. be doing. So I won more hands with king than I normally should. So now I no longer have the right to complain about KK, and I try not to complain about kings anymore. So that has been solved.
सीन क्या बैकबिट हमारे माइंड में रह जाता है हमेशा के, बट जो हम विन करते हैं वो हमें याद नहीं रहता. वो जैसे लास्ट नाइट जो भी हमने किंग्स में जीते होंगे वो हमें याद नहीं रहेगा, बट बैकबिट हमेशा हमारे माइंड में रहेगा वहाँ पे. वो
एग्जैक्टली वही होता है. हम लोग को सिर्फ बैट बीट्स याद रहता है. एंड एट टाइम्स क्या होता है कि वो स्पॉट्स ऐसे होते हैं कि you are losing with kings in a late stage of a tournament, and then you end up remembering that. So we finally just ran a simple thing, and we figured out, and it just showed that it's not the way it is. Okay, guys, we just have a 5-minute break. I'm quickly going to take off and come join you soon.
Yeah, sure. So guys, we will be right back after this short break. Okay.
It's very, very simple to get what you want, but it's not easy. It's your job to make yourself do the crap you don't want to do so you can be everything that you're supposed to be. And you're so damn busy waiting to feel like it. And you're never going to. Ever. No one's coming. No one. No one's coming to push you. No one's coming to tell you to turn the TV off. No one's coming to tell you to get out the door and exercise. Nobody's coming to tell you to apply for that job that you've always dreamt about. Nobody's coming to write the business plan for you. It's up to you. And because you're only ever going to do the things that you feel like doing right now or that feel good right now, unless you understand that you've got to parent yourself, you got to push yourself, you're not going to make your dreams come true.
If you want to live your best life, your absolutely best life, you got to do me a huge favor. You got to watch them choices you make. People make bad choices. They wake up and make another bad choice. They make another bad choice. Now they got a habit of bad choices, right? And they like, how did I get here? Choices. How did I get here? You trying to get to certain places, but you ain't making the choices that's going to get you there. You all in your feelings.
The problem is that most people, they can't get up in the morning. They ain't got no energy. They don't got the energy to keep up with me. I'm like, boo, ain't nothing wrong with you. You just ain't got the stamina. You just ain't got the energy. You can't smart everything. You can't outthink everything. Some stuff is just, you gotta be powerful. It's just some stuff that you gotta have stamina for. You just too slow. It just take you too long. You wake up, take you 3 weeks to do what it can take 24 hours to do. It don't make you a bad person, but you're gonna forever be average because to be great, you got to keep up. No alarm clock needed. My passion wakes me up. My drive wakes me up. My determination wakes me up. My ability to be, do, and have whatever I want, it wakes me up. What wakes you up? What drives you? Why are you playing this game? You gotta begin with the end in mind, so whatever your dream or your goal is, you gotta wake up every day to it. You gotta go to bed with it. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? You gotta read stuff. The music you listen to, everything you do, gotta pour into that dream.
I didn't get to where I am. I didn't get here being lazy. I didn't get here binge watching TV. I didn't get here taking days off. I personally know what it takes.
One day I made a decision that enough is enough. I'm tired of being average. I'm tired. I'm tired of being good. I'm tired. I made a decision. Enough is enough. It's showtime.
In order for you to go from one level to the next level, in order for any woman to transition, for any man to transition, the thing that they want must be greater than the thing they currently have. You only transition from one level to the next when you're tired of the level you on.
You don't belong at the bottom, and it's time for you to get your butt from down there. It's time for you to stop being comfortable at the bottom. Get your butt up and get to where you're supposed to be. Get where you belong. Do what you're supposed to do. Live like you're supposed to live. You gotta kill. Every single day of my life, I feel like giving 100%. Every single day, I don't have days where I don't feel like it. Why? Because I'm counting on me. My wife's counting on me. My son's counting on me. I don't have days to waste.
And your grind has to match your dream. You can't play as much as you used to play. You can't go where you used to go. You can't do what you used to do. And now you gotta pick your grind up. And I need you to wake up every single day, and I need you to use your 24 hours like you've never used it before.
Yes. Yes. Uh, so I never played live poker. Matlab, how different live poker is from online poker? Mhm. Okay. Mhm. That's right. Okay. Okay. Labeling rows, okay, but
You are everything about the game, when in reality you need to still learn so much and improve your game so much, which most players don't end up doing. For them, it's a lot of fun, lifestyle looks nice, you're sitting at a chair clicking buttons to make a living, traveling around the world playing live poker in places like Vegas, Macau, Manila, European countries, etc., etc. It looks very, very nice, so most people think it's a very nice lifestyle, which is not really the case. So what you should not do is not overestimate your capability. Start working on your game. Take help of coaches. Take help of people who've been in the game longer, who you feel are better players than you, and improve your game. That's what I would say. And then if you do that, then yes, you can definitely make this as a career and do well in this. And in the end, it's a career option which most people would enjoy, because it's a sport and people like playing sports. So whether it is poker or any other sport, it's a lot of fun.
so I think you was on mute. I just unmuted on between your conversation. Yeah.
Why did you do that? You put me on mute.
I'm so sorry. But yeah, in between, I just unmuted you.
Sorry if I was on mute. Now I'm back. And Naveen, I don't agree. In Indian sites, only players play ridiculously. Even in international sites, there are many players who play ridiculously. I agree with you, Naveen. The only difference is that the percentage of people who would play ridiculous poker at, for example, today on Indian sites is way more than the number of players who would play ridiculous on other sites, because there are obviously more accomplished players there. So that is the difference. But yeah, having said that, wherever you go, you will still see people play some ridiculous pokers.
I'm sorry, guys. I unmuted them. Okay, we are looking into it. That's great. Okay, so I have one more question to you. Do you play MTTs only, or you play cash games sometimes?
I mainly play only MTTs now. There used to be a time about 2-3 years back when I was playing a lot of cash, and I was obviously dabbling between playing MTTs and playing cash. But then I reached a stage where I realized, just like having two careers, similar is the case with you know playing MTT and cash. It's not easy to do both together, so you need
Okay.
to find your sweet spot and figure out what works best for you. Is MTT the way for you, or is cash game the way for you?
Okay.
So everyone will have their own separate and different sweet spot. For me, I found my sweet spot in playing MTTs, and that's why I enjoy playing MTTs today.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
We have 62 people watching. That's
That's great.
great news. I'm
Yeah.
happy that to see that there are so many people who are watching this stream.
Okay, then we are very close to 900 subscribers. Only 6 subscribers left.
Oh, nice. So all you guys who still haven't subscribed and who are watching this stream,
Yeah.
please go ahead and subscribe to Monster Poker Community channel. These guys are doing a great job in making stream a big thing in India, and they need all the help and support they can get from all of us. So please go ahead and subscribe.
Yep, guys.
Not much
Okay.
happening for us on the table,
Yes.
unfortunately, right now.
Correct.
Still a long, long way to go.
Yep.
We played only like for an hour and a half, and we have still 2 hours of late reg left, so it's a long way to go. Not much we are doing, so no reason for us to go back and start doing stupid stuff on the table. And thankfully, the stream is keeping me busy and also ensuring that I do not do anything stupid. And the other 2-3 tables which I'm playing are keeping me occupied. But that's an important lesson, which I feel a lot of recreational players should also do. At times, when you're not playing hands and you're card dead, you tend to get bored, and then you start thinking that oh my god, I need to play some hands I haven't played, and then you start obviously playing suboptimal poker, which obviously is not good for you. So you need to be careful about that.
Yeah, I also got some questions on Instagram कि यार hands नहीं आते यार, card dead हो जाता हूँ, क्या करें उस time पे?
I think I just answered your question
Yeah.
over here right now.
Yeah.
And while we are at it and while we are talking about it, guys, I also have to tell you, for all of you who are not have not played till now on during the WPT, there are lots and lots of tournaments going on in WPT. We still have a week left. The main event of WPT is still left with a massive 3 CR guarantee for a buy-in of 16,500. So all you guys should go ahead and please do register yourself and play. If your bankroll allows you, you can obviously straight away buy into the various flights for the main event, which is happening every day till Sunday, and qualify for day 2 to try and win from the prize pool of 3 CR. Up top, the winner should be getting close to 50 lakhs, in my opinion. And that's a huge amount of money. If you do not have the bankroll, there are enough and more satellites which are happening on a daily basis on Adda52. So go and play those satellites and try and win a seat to the main event through the satellites, and then try and play the main event. And for people who do not have the bankroll, there is a fantastic event called Unreal tournament, which still has a few flights left. It's only 500 rupee buy-in, 499 to be exact, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, that's
Which has a 1 CR guarantee. I mean, now for a
insane.
500 rupee buy-in, if you're getting a 1 CR tournament, 1 CR guarantee prize pool, there you can't ask for anything better. So play that. And on a daily basis, there are enough and more tournaments happening throughout the day. So depending on your bankroll, whatever suits you, just play some of the events at WPT. In the end, winning a WPT event and getting a title for WPT is amazing. It's a fantastic thing to have. Okay. Manpreet from Japan. Oh, thank you for joining all the way from Japan, Manpreet. Live poker scene is dead right now, obviously because of the pandemic situation. There's nothing happening right now. We can we are just hoping that things get better soon and we can play live poker soon. Everyone misses live poker, so as of now there is nothing happening, unfortunately. But from what I've heard, the casinos should be opening soon, and once it realizes and things are under control and everyone feels it's safe to have tournaments, I'm sure we will have live tournaments happening here soon.
So as I heard so much about live poker, तो मेरे को भी अंदर से मन हो रहा है, मेरे को भी live poker खेलने का है. I also wanted to try that. Okay. If a decent yeah.
Okay, kindly answer again as it was mute. Is it a realistic option to only play poker as a living and continue for the next 30, 40 years, and the games are becoming so difficult now already? Adhikansh, I'm not, very frankly, I do not. Okay, we have a hand here. We have a gut shot and a backdoor straight, backdoor flush draw. So we do end up calling, especially like I said, against a guy who does go back. But unfortunately, not the best of turns for us. We'll have to give up now. Oh, and the moment Bully goes all in, I'm folding everything here because he will have it. Yeah, so 30, 40 years, I'm not too sure. I cannot answer that question. But the good thing is that it's a game which, it's a sport which, unlike other sports like tennis or cricket or whatever, you can still play even if you're 50, 60, 70-year-old. So as long as your mind is working fine, this is a sport which you can play even at that age. So in that regards, I think it's a lovely sport to be a part of, because you can play at 70, 80 also, which you cannot obviously do if you were a professional cricketer or a tennis player or a footballer or anything on those lines. Currently, yes, the games in India are pretty soft, very, very soft, and it's a good time to be a poker player in India. Having said that, the games will obviously become difficult. More and more people will start studying the game, working on the game. The edges will become thin, but also very less percentage of the Indian population is currently playing poker. It is becoming popular on a daily basis. More and more people are getting involved. So as more and more people start getting involved, the ones who've been playing from earlier will obviously start getting better, and the ones who are getting new will still be have a little bit of catch up to do. So you will still have enough and more opportunity to still profitably play poker, at least for the next few years, in my opinion. I do not know about 30, 40 years. It's too far away.
That's great.
How can I inspire myself? Aniruddha, I really do not understand your question. I'm sorry, bro, but like, what do you mean? How do I inspire yourself?
How to inspire myself to play poker? I might be.
I mean, every person has a different way to inspire themselves. For some people, it's the money. For some people, it's the fame. For some people, it's the lifestyle. So I don't know what works for you. So you need to find out accordingly what works for you. Okay, cash and MTD, is it the soft cash live and MTD online? Is it the soft spot? I mean, there is enough. Uh, there are soft spots available everywhere. You just need to find your sweet spot. So there are still live cash games which are soft. There are still online cash games which are soft. There are still MTTs which are soft. So you need to understand your edge and your capability and where you have the edge, and then accordingly find your sweet spot. Mr. Ashish Ahuja also joins the stream. One guy who has been my nemesis on the table for a long time. Thankfully, things have changed slightly. So it's a funny story, but like a few months back, I actually sent a message to Ashish and I said, "Bro, how do I win a hand against you?" Because uh, every time we got involved in a hand, he used to get the better of me. Even when I was ahead, he would get there, and a lot of times he was ahead, and it was a cooler kind of situation. It kind of got a little frustrating for me, and I messaged him one day saying that, bro, tell me how to beat you. Fortunately, things have that variance is gone. Things have evened out, and now things are finally, I think, back to normal things. Thanks for joining the stream, and as expected, you would join with a funny thing. Ashish, what is the next pic that Danny is going to post about you? I have no clue. So Danny is now kind of following me on Facebook and going through my old pictures and picking up those pictures and posting them. I was surprised when I saw the last picture which you put up recently. Danny is a great guy. I mean, we all love him. In our opinion, he's probably the best tournament director out there in the world, and he's very friendly to most Indian poker players because he spends so much time with us in India as well as when we travel in the Asian circuit. So he's a fantastic guy, and he loves to troll all of us. And it's I'm looking forward to the next picture that Danny's going to post. For a lot of people who do not know this, Danny used two pictures recently. So one I posted recently where I had gone for a short drive, 4-hour drive away holiday, where we took our cat along with us, and the cat was sitting on my lap and actually had her hands on the steering wheel, and I put up that picture. So he used that picture in a funny way and commented something over there. And a couple of days later, he found another picture of mine online where I'm sitting in a Formula One car or something like that, and he used that. Okay.
Okay, we finally have a hand to play.
We've opened ace jack off. This guy has jammed now. In a lot of situation where I'm folding, but against this guy, I find it very difficult to find a fold here because he's jamming a lot worse at times, and time to for us to give him a suck out this time and get back some of our chips. Last time he sucked out on us jacks to fives. This time we've sucked out on him ace jack to ace queen. So So it's okay. It's fine. I'm happy about that. I mean, I once again, in most times I'm not calling this jam over here. It's again a player specific call that I made over here, seeing how he's been playing, and obviously he's also been a little bit on a of a tilt because he's lost a huge hand to Bully right now. So he's uh, in a situation like this, people do overestimate their hands and go on a tilt and jam hands, which they should not be. So I'm sure he would also be jamming a lot of worse ace X there, ace 10, ace 9, ace 8, king queen, etc. Some pairs, smaller pairs where I'm flipping against him. So that's why I called. I would not have probably called. So otherwise. Yeah, so coming back to Ashish Ahuja, I have to say that, uh, he's one of the guys for whom I have a lot of respect. The way this guy has worked on his game over the last 2 3 years, obviously after joining the stable, Poker Guru stable, and being coached by the beast himself, Aditya Agarwal, his game has just gone through the roof and gone to the next level, and he's killed it in the World Series last year in Vegas, which was his first trip for the World Series. He did exceedingly well. He's obviously one of the top winners in India over the last 2 3 years, consistently doing very very well. So it just like makes me feel so good when you see somebody who's been working hard on their game, really working hard, and when you see them getting the results, and he's obviously been getting results, and how. So great guy, Ashish Ahuja. I've known him for a long time, and so happy to see him do crush it right now. If I missed out on some questions, please do let me know, Nitin.
Yeah, sure, sir. Okay, hello, sir. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry, guys, if I miss out on some questions in between, because like I said, I am playing 3 4 tables, and I am streaming something which I'm not used to normally doing. So it gets a little difficult for me to adjust and deal with it.
You are doing it great. मतलब हमारी job खतरे में है, guys. Kunal sir is taking it so greatly.
No, don't worry. I'm not going to get into it professionally for sure, because I do not really have the time, energy to do this. It's been a lot of fun right now because obviously Adda asked me to do it during WPT, and I thought, why not? It's just like a great opportunity. I've never done it, and
But
it's been a lot of fun.
yeah, the
So
great.
I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it completely.
But I think you should do it regularly. But people are loving you. People are love to watch you.
I'm happy to hear that. The plan is to do it on a more regular basis going ahead. Obviously, it will not be like every week or anything like that. But yeah, during any important series of Adda, I'm definitely going to do that. I'm definitely going to start streaming during some of the big series of Adda some of these days, and have some fun, answer questions, people's questions, give them some kind of a feeling for whatever that I have learned about poker, give them some sort of a thing on why I am taking certain spots, and do those things. Rishabh, please guide me on how to study and learn poker from the web. Where have you studied poker and trained? Rishabh, there is so much available on the web right now. If you do, so one of the sites which I would definitely recommend is Raise Your Edge. It has a lot of stuff there. You can look at it. They have a MTT master course. You could look at that. That will definitely help you try and do that course. Raise Your Edge is there. Upswing Poker is there, but from what I understand, Upswing Poker is more towards cash game as compared to tournaments. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they've changed things, but that's what my understanding is. A little more advanced, you have Run It Once threads, which is there. You can do that. Back in India, you should join Monster Poker community. They have a fantastic Discord channel where a lot of stuff is happening. I joined them recently, and I saw there's so much that they're doing there, hand discussions, etc., etc. You could do that. Join Monster Poker community Discord channel. You could join, Poker Boot Camp run by my very good friend Abhishek Goindi. He's doing a great job in imparting poker knowledge to upcoming poker players in the country. Once you want to take it even more seriously, there are more stables available like IPP, which I'm a part of, or Poker Guru. You could apply to those stables and try and get something there.
Yeah, I would also like to add on one thing. MPC is also launching, introducing to a MTT course, and our new coach will be Anand Purohit.
Just 1 second, Nitin.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to explain certain spots. So I've
Okay.
seen a lot of people. What they do is, Bully here has opened under the gun, 1200, and as we have all seen and played with him, we know that he is typically on the tighter side. Okay, a lot of people when they see a hand like Ace Jack, they think it's such a great hand and we should call. So what they don't realize is a lot of times, when you call a hand like Ace Jack, you are dominated even when you hit your top pair, even when you hit an ace. So he has ace king here, he has ace queen here, and it becomes difficult for you to let go of those hands, and people do end up losing a lot of chips in spots like these. So these spots you need to let go of, and that's the reason why I decided not to do it. Also, obviously, he has a lot of aces, even though we are blocking aces with ace jack, but he has aces, kings, queens, jacks. These are all hands which are dominating him, dominating us, given that he's a tight player who's open from an early position. So you should let go of certain hands like that.
Yeah,
Sorry,
okay.
Nitin, you can go back.
Yeah. I was saying MPT is also introducing MTT course, and our new coach is Anand Purohit, and that's an intermediate level course. Sorry, and we are also running a cash game course with Dead Money Mine that uh, Aryan is the coach, and he's doing a great job. But like after seeing his hand reviews, I learned a lot post flop plays, and that's he's doing a commendable job. Yeah.
There you go, Rishabh. There are a lot of questions which have been answered for you. You've got I hope you've got a lot of options now available to you to start learning the game. I'm assuming obviously you are passionate about the game. So if you're passionate about the game, there's so much available within India now for you to improve your game. So just make use of it and do it.
Yes. So last hand was with your Ace Jack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would like to add on one thing in that against a tighter player, we should defend tighter, right? That's a study simple.
I mean, see, I would rather call a hand if I'm calling immediately after him from this one. I would rather call a hand like 9-10 suited there, because
Okay.
that
Okay.
hand flops better and does not really, get dominated by his
Okay. Okay.
range so much. So I would play a hand like that instead of playing a hand like Ace Jack off or Ace 10 over there.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And we saw that. So I kind of made a mistake the last time when we had Ace Jack suited, when he had opened another gun, and I called Ace Jack suited from +1, and I was definitely in two minds over there because I wanted to fold over there, given the fact that Bully is a tight player. I should have folded, and we saw that we were dominated. He had jacks, and we did end up losing a lot of chips because the board ran out such for us. So we always get ourselves into difficult spots when we do things like that.
Yeah.
It's a different thing if he was opening from cutoff and then you're on button, because he's obviously opening wider from cutoff, and then it's a different thing. And now we have Myron, who's joined our table. Myron is one of the guys who was in my team deck in aces this year. A great guy, always fun on the table. We end up pulling each other's leg a lot when we are on the same table, keep throwing fishes on each other. And Myron is again one more player who's just done so well over the last couple of years. He's been, I'm sure, obviously working very hard on his game, and the results show he's been going deep and won so much over the last 2 years. And I'm happy to see that. And the fact that he was a part of my team was for Deccan Aces, makes me even more proud. Missing on the TikToks. Well, let's not talk about the TikTok. That's not happening anytime soon, guys. TikTok was a time pass that I did when I was stuck in during the lockdown alone at home, because my wife was stuck in Goa and I was in Bombay. I had a lot of spare time other than playing poker, and I just took it up as a thing. But thanks for all the love for the TikTok videos. I got a lot of love from the poker community for my TikTok videos. It was fun while it lasted, but it's over now. So we no more TikToks happening for the time being.
You guys might say Insta Reels.
A lot of people have suggested Insta Reels to me, but like I said, frankly, now I do not have the time, because there's so much time which is going playing poker, studying the game, and then you obviously you have your personal life, which is anyway going for a toss because of the kind of lifestyle that you have. I do not want to have another thing which gets me addicted to, and it's just not worth it. What's the worst bad beat you remember in your career? Please share. Uh, okay.
Pocket kings.
No, it's not to do with a hand, a
Okay.
specific hand, but yeah,
Okay.
it happened in Vegas in I think 2017 or 18. So I was playing the WPT 500, which is a $500 buy-in, $565 buy-in for a 1 million guaranteed tournament. And the year before, I ran very deep in the tournament, and I ended up coming, I think, 13th in that tournament the year before. And the next year, which is 2017, I believe, if I remember correctly, I was again very deep in the tournament, and we had like 2 tables left. I was there with a pretty decent chip at that point of time. Okay, now so see, now it's a different thing. Now I am definitely three betting here because we are ahead of his opening range here. So we'll talk about that spot soon. Let's see how this hand turns out to be. Yeah, okay. So we managed to get a fold here. So with about 13 people left, we got into a situation where uh, I think I opened 10 jacks suited uh, early position. Big blind 3 bet me to about 2.5x or something. It was a very small 3 bet, giving me great odds to call because we were still playing deep. I ended up calling. I think I flopped a straight with one club on the flop. He bet the flop. I called him on the flop. Turn, we had another club. So now another club. So we had Jack 10, and I think the board was 9 of club, queen of club, uh, king, and something. I don't remember exactly. So we flopped a straight. Turn we got even better for us. We had the nut straight on the turn, along with a flush draw, a royal flush, a straight flush draw. And he bet the turn again when there was a one card straight on the board already. Like, and I raised him big on the turn. And that guy, I remember, he was sitting on the table. He said, "Ki, I know I'm beat here, but I am not good enough to fold, and I have to do this." And he jammed. So not only did he call, he ended up jamming, which is a great spot for me. Like I have the nut straight at that point of time with a straight flush draw, and that guy had a set on the flop. So I think he had a set of nines or he had a set of jacks. I don't remember what he had. One of the sets. So and I had him like dominated, like and how. And he ended up saying that I am not good enough to fold here. And he just jammed, and I obviously snapped him there. And so the only card which was helping him on the river was the board pairing up. So I think it was Queen 9, 8 king kind of a hand, I think, or Queen 9, Queen 9 10 king kind of a run out or whatever. And unfortunately, the queen repeated on the river. So his set became uh, full house on the river. So that was a huge bad beat because with about 15 people left, that was like the chip leader pot at that point of time. And losing that at that point of time, I was left with only like 10 big blinds or so post that. And I busted soon after. So that was a big pot to lose. And that was a very bad beat with about 13, 14 people left because I had a great chance of running really deep if I'd become the chip leader. The field, and I'd seen the field was pretty soft, what was left behind. So I probably would have had a good chance of running deep. That I kind of distinctly remember, that bad beat.
Okay.
Komali, thanks for showing up again. KP, much love. Thank you so much, Komali. Happy to be back again. It was a lot of fun last time, like I said, and I'm just happy to be back here right now. I would like to know the average number of tournaments per day one should play. I found that it is 25, 30 in some article, but in India, is that the right number if you start your session at 8 p.m.? I mean, once again, it's a question which is very difficult to answer as a standalone question. It depends on the kind of time that you can give to the tournaments. If you are playing poker recreationally, or if you're playing poker uh, as a profession, the answers would be different for people. If you're playing it recreationally, obviously you might have office the next day, and you might not be able to give the kind of time that you require.
Hello? Hello? So can you hear me?
Then screen
Yeah.
share.
Yeah, I can hear you. I think
Yeah,
there was a lag in the internet.
yeah. Okay, now it's sorted.
Yeah. So like I was saying, I end up playing like 7 to 8 tournaments on a daily basis. I mainly play the features, the 8 o'clock on the 4 Indian websites, and obviously including Adda52. And usually at about 9:30, 10, there is another tournament which is worth playing. So I end up playing 7 to 8 tournaments on a daily basis. During a series, obviously the number of tournaments go up because there are far more tournaments that is happening during a series, so it goes up. So it depends on that. But yeah, I don't know where your question is coming from, Komali, but I think the more you play, the more you are obviously working on your game, improving your game, and you're riding out the variance. So it's the more you play, it's just better for the game, better for your game. Kunal sir, a personal question. How have you managed a bankroll, and have you ever gone broke when starting the game after a year or two? What would be a bankroll advice from you? Thankfully, no, I have never gone broke with my bankroll. I have been careful enough with my bankroll to take care and ensure that I do not do that. So I haven't gone that. You need to be, I mean, you need to work on your bankroll management thing and figure out how things work. Okay, I have to say that this guy who's on my table, who I'm saying good things about right now, Myron, he's a huge whale. He's a huge fish because on another website, on another site, he's just given me a huge suck out where I opened under the gun, and he ended up jamming 20, 25 bigs, I think, with ace 10 off, and I obviously snapped him. I had ace queen, and he ended up hitting a 10. So this guy is, I take my words back. I think he's a whale. Yeah, so you just need to be careful about your bankroll. I mean, there's no keep aside your money for poker. Try building up on that, and start from there and build a bankroll, and then play your games accordingly, whether it is cash or whether it is tournaments. Any plan in railing Neil Joshi, made FT of the high roller WSOP? I would have loved to rail him, but yeah, obviously with me currently doing the streaming, it'll be difficult. Neil, again, is one of the upcoming top poker players in the country. Once again, a part of our team, Deccan Aces, for the world, for the PSL this year. So happy to see him running deep. I think he ran deep in another event recently, where unfortunately he made deep two with about 34 people left, and he didn't do much. Hoping and praying that this time it'll be difficult, and he ends up getting a bracelet for India in this World Series. I'm watching your. So Myron says to me on another table where he says, "I'm watching your stream. Please give me chips there on that table." Meaning on this other table, he wants chips from me. Myron, you're getting nothing from me except abuses going ahead. Fish. You were making these fishy jams against me recently, which I've been noticing, and I've been making a note of. and getting lucky against me, no chips you're getting from me.
Okay. So we have entered WPT Mini 6 Max. So are you also playing this one? WPT 6 Max?
Yes, I'm playing the 6 max also.
Great.
It's an interesting hand happening here. So we open ace-4 off from cutoff. And now this guy who's again on the small blind, he likes to play a lot of hands. And we end up, you know, he ends up calling from the small blind. He has a lot of ace, obviously, on that flop. And that's why it's not a easy c bet for us having hit the ace. We check behind. This guy, I played a lot with him, and he likes to take stabs and flops. Once you have checked and he bets big, we end up calling the river. He again bets, and we end up calling on the river. Unfortunately, he had ace jack, but yeah, I can't do much in that hand. Once again, a player specific call that I made rather than anything else. Against a lot of other players, I do end up folding there.
Okay, we have 4-5 sorted. I'm gonna open. So I would like to ask one more question to you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, just okay. So how do you start your day, or do you take any day offs in a week?
1 second, I'm involved in a couple of hands on other tables.
Okay, see. So there's no reason to bet big here. I'm just gonna bet small and give up river. Yeah, he folds.
Sorry, Nitin, tell me, what is it that you were saying?
So I said, yeah, how do you start your day? Do you take any day offs? Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I do. So normally I don't play on Mondays. I try and take
Okay.
a Monday off, especially, because that Sunday is usually a big day for us.
Yes.
So I try and take a Monday off. On Tuesdays, it again depends on whether there's a series going on or not. If there's no series going on, then I take Tuesdays also off. I definitely play on Wednesday. I definitely play on Wednesday. I definitely play on Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. These 4 days I play for sure. Monday, Tuesday, Saturdays are the days which I try and take an off unless there's a series going on where I end up playing a lot more.
Okay, okay. So how do you start your day, regularly, on a regular basis?
So it depends on what time I end up getting up. Depends a lot on that. So you get up, I usually wake up at about um close to 2 in the afternoon. Eat something, get ready, and then at about 2:30, 2:45, we mostly have our IPP sessions where there's a hand history review or some coaching that happens. So I attend those sessions till about 4:35. Then spend some time with my cats. I have cats whom I love spending time with. Finish a lot of chores, spend time with my wife. Then start playing at about 7:38. That's how it normally is. Try and put in some meditation there. One thing which I've been missing is trying to put in an exercise or some sort of a yoga, something which has I've been pending for me for quite some time. I haven't done that, and I need to do that. That's something missing, but it's very, very important for any poker player. I've been
Okay.
guilty of not doing anything about it.
Okay, so this is the secret behind your healthy lifestyle.
I mean, it's very frankly, it's not very healthy, But
Okay.
yeah, try and do as much as you can to ensure that it is a little better than what it could be. Okay, another spot here where against this guy, ace queen is like the nuts. I'm now just thinking whether to three-bet jam against him. Yeah, now with this calling, bully calling, I'm just jamming over here. This guy obviously plays a lot of hands again, opens extremely wide, ends up calling a lot more.
Okay, he
So
folds.
he's not going to fold a lot of hands like ace jack, ace 10.
Okay, we have
If I missed
spades.
out on some hand, a bankroll advice, any plan, real Josie. Okay, so I don't want to be on social media, but I also don't want miss new strategies, opportunity, advice on how to stay away from irrelevant stuff, yet still in touch with the relevant info. Complicated question. I really didn't understand. Sasi, can you clarify that? As a newbie, should I aim for smaller tournament or go experience the feature tournament? Are there any difference in quality of poker in smaller tournament and bigger feature tournaments? Obviously, Rishabh, there would be the bigger tournaments. You'll have lot more pros, guys who are doing this for a living, playing. Where smaller tournaments will be way more recreational players. So if you are a new player, you should obviously start with smaller tournaments, build up your bankroll, improve your game, and then move on to better tournaments. Fonts are very small on the screen, not being able to see properly. Can we do something about it? Uh, uh, Nitin, I don't know how, if you
Okay,
can take that and try and do something about that.
okay, we will do something for that. Then we can use the numbers for higher stakes.
They say don't lend money to anyone, poker players. Any story you want to share? Uh, most poker players have had that history. It's not real here. It's not really a great spot for us to call with queen high because ace high. I'm obviously calling a lot against this guy. This guy is gonna take so many spots, but I do end up holding. Yeah. Everyone's had a lot of stories of. It's a sport which is related to money. It's a sport where people do kind of go crazy with their bankroll, don't manage it enough. People go broke, and but so it's never bad to be extra careful when it comes to being dealing with money with people who in poker. So everyone's had stories. I've also had stories of dealing. Giving money to people and having problem receiving the money at times, extremely delayed payment at times, not getting the money back. So everyone's had that thing. So it's always fine to be no harm in just being extra careful. I as a rule now I would not really be lending money to anybody in the poker industry unless that person is extremely close to me. So I just avoid that. I need chips from this fish right now in this hand, Myron.
Animation is
He's
how
put,
Pocket King's treating you.
he's he's put me on a tilt on the other table. Can you please share some sources to learn poker from? Nishant, I've already spoken about this a lot of times in the last stream and this stream. I would advise that, just go and watch the stream again. There's enough and more that I've spoken on this
Yeah.
with regards to sources available. Uh, uh, Immediately, what I would say is just join Monster Poker Community Discord channel and learn from them. And you can ask them also, they can share you a lot of options on how to learn.
Yeah, it's correct.
Animesh, you shouldn't be asking me this question about Pocket Kings anymore. I've spoken about Pocket Kings today a lot, and I'm assuming you have seen the stream.
Yeah.
You're watching the stream.
We have peace in hand.
Oh, okay. Once again, a hand which is gonna put us maybe in a difficult spot. We open eights. This guy likes to play a lot of hands. He plays, and he also I have a note on him that he just whenever you check, he likes to bet a lot, and you know. So I'm calling with my eights. I'm never folding over there. Let's see what he does on the turn and how things go ahead from there.
Again. Okay. Sakreva card.
Hey, like I rightly said, the notes help in this scenario.
Yep.
I know how this guy plays. I know he's going to do a lot of this stuff. So I'm calling him again on the turn. And thankfully, he smart enough to check the river because I have a lot more aces there, and I have straight. So he does.
Mhm.
Let's see what he had at this time. So he had seven jack,
Jack 7.
jack
Okay.
seven, and on 10 deuce 4, he's again floating there. So that's why if you guys saw that hand earlier of my when I opened from the cutoff ace. 4 off from cutoff, and this guy called from the small blind, and then I called his bets on the turn and river. That's the reason why I called, because I know how this guy ends up playing.
So he had Jack 7 off.
I know he had Jack 7 suited.
Sorted. Okay.
On the turn, he picked up a flush draw, but on the flop, he just floated with absolute air. If Sumit on stream today, it would have been tougher for KP to comment on his actions being both on the same table on 8 max. Yes, Komali, that's right. Which is what I told Sumit last time also, that he was also playing the same tournament, and I said, what happens if you also come on the stream? So obviously Sumit is professional enough, and he told me very clearly that obviously if you come on the same table, then I will close the stream and I will not be doing that. And I obviously have enough faith on him to understand that he will be doing that. So I'm not worried about him, even though right now Sumit obviously has access to my stream, given the fact that I'm streaming through their channel of Monster Poker Community. He has access to my thing. But when you reach a stage like this, you obviously are not going to do such kind of stupid things. So
Yeah.
I have no worries at all about that.
So we have check. So we have break in 3 minutes. So yeah.
Not defending 7-8 suited from small blind to flush ace UTG open. Can you please share your thought process? I don't know which hand this is, and if I miss this hand, normally I would be defending. Maybe I didn't have. I was not. I didn't have that deep a stack to defend 7-8 suited probably, and that's probably the reason why. And like I also said, there are a lot of times when I'm missing out on certain things which I would normally be doing in a game commonly, but it becomes a little difficult when you are playing and streaming. So I do end up missing some spots which I in normal situation would end up taking. And as we talk, we have one of my closest friends in the poker industry who's come on our table, Mr. Dhaval Mudgal, better
Okay.
known as Dirty in the industry. He's come on our table. So let's throw some fishes on him.
So you have Jack 4 6.
Should I'm just thinking whether I should tell Dirty or not that I'm streaming this, because the moment I say that, he will start and he will want to come and troll us. And he's like extremely good at trolling. I don't know whether to.
I
Okay,
think you
let's
should.
see.
I think you should tell him. Let me move on to the stream. So now we have a gut shot and a nut flush draw.
So I just messaged to Dirty saying, Dirty, streaming this, you can come and troll. And I'm sure he will if he has. Okay, Komali. So I don't know. I must have missed out on that opportunity. So Dirty says he's playing on the laptop, so he can't join. So I'm saying thank God.
Okay. So we are wasting.
So see, what I meant was I don't want to waste my time on social media, but also don't want to miss the good stuff. I just want to play poker. So any advice on how to manage that? Well, then when you are on social media, Sasi, then only follow groups which are helping you and just do that. What else to do? Like I really don't know how to answer that question. Like anyway, let's take a break and we'll come back.
Yeah. Yes, guys, we will be back after this short break. Okay.
It's very,
Okay.
very simple to get what you want, but it's not easy. It's your job to make yourself do the crap you don't want to do so you can be everything that you're supposed to be. And you're so damn busy waiting to feel like it. And you're never going to. Ever. No one's coming. No one. No one's coming to push you. No one's coming to tell you to turn the TV off. No one's coming to tell you to get out the door and exercise. Nobody's coming to tell you to apply for that job that you've always dreamt about. Nobody's coming to write the business plan for you. It's up to you. And because you're only ever going to do the things that you feel like doing right now or that feel good right now, unless you understand that you've got to parent yourself, you got to push yourself, you're not going to make your dreams come true.
If you want to live your best life, your absolutely best life, you got to do me a huge favor. You got to watch them choices you make. People make bad choices. They wake up and make another bad choice. They make another bad choice. Now they got a habit of bad choices, right? And they like, how did I get here? Choices. How did I get here? You trying to get to certain places, but you ain't making the choices that's going to get you there. You all in your feelings.
The problem is that most people, they can't get up in the morning. They ain't got no energy. They don't got the energy to keep up with me. I'm like, boo, ain't nothing wrong with you. You just ain't got the stamina. You just ain't got the energy. You can't smart everything. You can't outthink everything. Some stuff is just, you gotta be powerful. It's just some stuff that you gotta have stamina for. You just too slow. It just take you too long. You wake up, take you 3 weeks to do what it can take 24 hours to do. It don't make you a bad person, but you're gonna forever be average because to be great, you got to keep up. No alarm clock needed. My passion wakes me up. My drive wakes me up. My determination wakes me up. My ability to be, do, and have whatever I want, it wakes me up. What wakes you up? What drives you? Why are you playing this game? You gotta begin with the end in mind, so whatever your dream or your goal is, you gotta wake up every day to it. You gotta go to bed with it. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? You gotta read stuff. The music you listen to, everything you do, gotta pour into that dream.
I didn't get to where I am. I didn't get here being lazy. I didn't get here binge watching TV. I didn't get here taking days off. I personally know what it takes.
One day I made a decision that enough is enough. I'm tired of being average. I'm tired. I'm tired of being good. I'm tired. I made a decision. Enough is enough. It's showtime.
In order for you to go from one level to the next level, in order for any woman to transition, for any man to transition, the thing that they want must be greater than the thing they currently have. You only transition from one level to the next when you're tired of the level you on.
You don't belong at the bottom, and it's time for you to get your butt from down there. It's time for you to stop being comfortable at the bottom. Get your butt up and get to where you're supposed to be. Get where you belong. Do what you're supposed to do. Live like you're supposed to live. You gotta kill. Every single day of my life, I feel like giving 100%. Every single day, I don't have days where I don't feel like it. Why? Because I'm counting on me. My wife's counting on me. My son's counting on me. I don't have days to waste. And your grind has to match your dream. You can't play as much as you used to play. You can't go where you used to go. You can't do what you used to do. And now you gotta pick your grind up. And I need you to wake up every single day, and I need you to use your 24 hours like you've never used it before.
Okay. So as we go live, we had my very good friend Dhaval who joined the stream for a little bit during the break, and he starts with Chalna. Then he says, "Rolling on break only today." And what's your real age, KP sir? He's asking. Dhaval, I am only 3 years older than you, so go figure it out. Dhaval is a very close friend of mine, one of my closest friends in the poker industry. We've spent a lot of time together over the last 5, 6 years, traveled the world to play poker, Vegas, Macau, Manila, Philippines, stayed together in Vegas in the same house one of the years. Um, one of the guys who really helped me a lot when I was a complete new person in the industry. I used to go to him a lot with my hand reviews or asking about hands, and he helped me a lot. So good to have him on the stream. Though if he comes on the actual stream, there will be a lot of trolling. So I hope he's not there for too long, and he goes away soon. One guy who's once again worked a lot on his game over the last 2 3 years, and it shows in his game, it shows in his results. A lot of the other OGs of the game, if I might call them, old guards who used to be very good in poker. Unfortunately, some of those guys did not work on their games too much and decided to just take things for granted. And it didn't really work them because the younger guys who are now working on their game much harder came and started doing much better than them. Dhaval realized that he also needs to do that, start working on his game, and then that's what he did. Obviously, he's going to jam here, and I have to call off. I know Myron is planning to jam. Every time he throws a fish on me, he plans to jam. And he has this fishy thing where he doesn't jam. He just like goes 80-90% of his stack. I don't know why he does that. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Oh, and we've got a call from Sumit from Big Blind, which allows us to make a easy fold here.
Yeah. I think so.
Like I obviously wasn't too happy calling King Jack off against Myron, but once I open and with him having only like 10 BB stack, he has to.
I think so. Might be flatting ace queen plus and pairs plus, eights plus. Oh, aces.
Aces.
He flags aces. That's a really nice play. He flags aces. If you had ace king or ace queen, you're gonna
share
jam
some
him.
love with Sumit for busting this fish.
If you had ace queen or ace king, what you gonna do on that spot?
Ace King, I mean, I unfortunately go broke there. I can't do much. Like, even though, very frankly, in my opinion, Sumit should not just be peeling there 7,000 because then his hand looks so strong. If he's always doing it only with aces and kings there, then it's probably not the right way to play because then, it becomes easy for me to fold a lot of hands there.
Getting inspired by pros.
We've got 72 people watching. I'm so happy to see that.
That's great. That's great.
And there's an ID called Humby Stream Karenge who's joined.
Wow.
Trust Indian players to come up with such innovative IDs and stuff like that. I like that ID, Humby Stream Karenge.
कुछ आईडी जाएगी हमें भी गिव अवे मिलेगा ऐसी भी आईडी जाएगी थोड़ी देर बाद okay we have success I'm not right check he also might have ace 10 ace jack that he traps or might be have small pairs like sevens eights I'm gonna check it back yeah we got the pot but he had He had ace 8 off.
We still have like 1 hour left for the late registration for this event. So anybody who's watching who's planning to play, you should join. Up top of 5,60,000 right now. Pretty good up top.
So guys, we have crossed 900 subscribers. Yo, let's go guys. Thank you so much for subscribing. Let's go guys. So much. And tables पे तो ऐसा कोई एक्शन है नहीं. Okay. Let's go.
Just came on a stream to inform. One of our mods says Dhaval मुझको को ban कर दूं क्या? When he commented चलना. And I told him no, he's friend.
No, it's just like a joke between us. So it's like an internal joke.
Devendra Kumar says, KP sir, big fan. Please buzz ZZ 369. 1,000 rupees bounty on him.
You can get Dhirendra, you can give that 1,000 rupees to Sumit, who busted him once already. Right now,
Yeah.
he bought that fish. He's a fish. This guy, keep throwing fishes at him. Keep throwing fishes at him. You can send that 1,000 rupees to Sumit. And I will try my best to bust him again.
Yeah.
That guy sucks out on me so many times and gets lucky against me. That's why I feel like hitting him with a sandal. So we have like 33 bigs right now. 1 hour to left to go. We will not get too much of chips from Sumit here or Bully here. It'll be usually a hand over hand situation to get chips from them. Flush and Ace, I'm hoping can give me some chips. Softy Vanilla again is a guy who loves to get involved in pots and is very aggressive. So he's one guy who can give us chips. And I'm hoping that this guy here gives me his stack. That will be like the highlight of the stream for me. If this Myron gives us chips.
There's an ID called Feed Me Your Stack.
On our table?
No, I think it's on PS or something. Feed Me Your Stack.
Yeah, there's all. So we spoke about interesting IDs last time when we were streaming. There were some very interesting IDs that we keep seeing on the ID, and then Sumit did start with some towards the end. He started with a contest, suggest some IDs for Kunal, and the innovative IDs will win a ticket or something like that.
I'm also looking to change my ID. I'm just thinking for a funny name.
Yeah, spend some time. It's good. It's fun to have a good ID. It's always
okay. Not floating to your boat.
Why are you still on the stream? We are on the same table. Leave the stream.
No, I'm not watching your stream. I'm just on a my brother is moderating the stream today. I'm playing 4 tables myself also. I just wanted to be here to chat with you. Don't have to miss the chance, right? When I will get this chance again, I don't know. Once in a lifetime, right? Maybe twice in a lifetime.
I'm just kidding anyway. Somebody asked this question earlier also. Oh my God, that fish got a double up. I'm not too happy about that. Myron, he got a double up from Dhaval, unfortunately. And what was the hand? He been jammed on the button, and he ended up calling with threes. Okay. Standard flip, I guess. Though I mean, I would have probably played the hand slightly differently. I would have open called off for sure instead of open jamming. But yeah, the result would have been the same. But Myron got lucky over there. Fish.
Okay, we have pocket fours. Okay, we turn. Full out.
So somebody asked the question that if I can see your cards, right? Like even if I can see his card, like I wouldn't do that because we are running a brand here and we both have that sportsmanship that
Don't worry, Sumit. I already said that on your behalf even before you came. I said that
right.
this is not going to happen, and that's why I'm not worried about him being on the same table at all. We are professionals, so we know how to deal with this. What is your favorite stage of tournament and lines to have, Suyog? My favorite stage of the tournament is me being the chip leader on the final table. There cannot be any other favorite stage of the tournament. What else do you want?
That's
Like,
everyone's
yeah,
favorite
chip leader
spot.
on the final table.
Yeah.
That's my favorite stage of the tournament. But yeah, on a slightly more serious note, if I have a big stack during the bubble of a tournament, especially if it's a big tournament, that's again a great stage to be in because you can actually exploit the bubble so much at that point of
Yeah.
time and get some chips. So that's
Yeah,
a stage which I obviously.
I saw you jamming 8-3 off at the time of
Uh,
bubble.
I'm, I mean, there are times on the bubble where when you know that
Mhm.
especially if it's a bubble of, for example, Sati,
Yeah.
where you are guaranteed of a seat, then I'm jamming any two. I don't even see what I have because I keep
Yeah.
jamming because the rest of them cannot theoretically call anything there because they have to worry about the other person busting before them who's a shorter stack either on another table. So it just for them also is the right play to just fold, and it's just like at times it's just funny. I'm jamming everything, all
Yeah.
100% everything you keep jamming because you are already guaranteed you have a huge stack.
Yeah.
So flush and ace limps here. He does limp a lot. We have 8-10 suited. We are happy to see a flop in a limp pot here and hope that we get a good flop. Decentish flop for us. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we get a straight now. I wonder how much he's going to call me. We have the same hand.
Okay. Everybody loves the chalk pot. Okay, we have 5-6 off. We're gonna fold. Yeah. Let's go, baby sir. Let's go, baby sir. Nitin bhai. Good luck. Boom, bam. Let's go, Prem bhai. Let's go.
Thank you, Prem.
We're gonna fold this hand. Modi Chawla is a Raygon star. Okay. No as such action on table.
72 people watching, happy with that. 60
Yeah.
likes. One person doesn't like the stream. I don't know why he doesn't like the stream, but whatever it is, if you can just send in your comment about why you didn't like the stream, we'll try and ensure that we work on
Yeah.
that and the next time you would like the stream.
Yeah, if you're liking the stream, please let us know. If you're not liking it, also let us know. We are welcome to your feedbacks, guys. Please let us know. Yeah.
Also, if you have any questions at times regarding why I played a particular hand, why I folded somewhere, why I did something, guys, you can ask me that question, I'll try and answer. I'm trying to do that at times while I'm playing the hand, trying to give you my thoughts on why I'm doing a particular thing. If there's any specific question, I would love to answer that to the best of my understanding, my knowledge, and what my thinking process in that thing. Like I liked it when Komali, I think, asked me why I folded 7-8 suited. I must have missed out on that hand. I don't remember what that hand was when I folded from the small blind.
I guess that was blind. You had your wall blind and the UTG limped there. The flush hands limped there, and you
No,
folded.
no. He opened and he said, "Why didn't you call a UTG open? If he had limped, I'm always calling."
I think bullseye was also like bullseye also was on that hand
Could
in
be,
that
yeah.
hand.
So what I was saying is, if you have hands like that where you have certain questions, please go ahead and do post it here. We'll try and answer that to the best of our abilities. Not much happening for us right now. Not getting really too many hands for us to have any action. So you just have to be patient when you go through stages like that where you do not
Yeah.
have hands coming. Important not to lose your focus and give away your chips.
Okay.
And when you get bored, then just start throwing fishes on people so that it keeps you somewhat in the check.
What is the like best poker court or a poker court you like? There are many
Uh,
like things like poker lifetime master game, like something like that. What is your favorite one?
Fold and live to fold again.
Fold and live to fold.
It's the code best 2, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Fold and live to fold. Mine is hold. I will always hold.
What is it? Sorry.
Hold. I will always hold. Yeah.
I also like nuts today, bluff tomorrow. I think that's a good one.
Yeah. Yeah, but you do bluff sometimes, but people don't know when you're doing it.
I mean, obviously, you have to bluff. All poker players will bluff. But
Yeah.
the only thing is, even when you're, like I said earlier during the stream, when you're bluffing, your story has to make some sense. You
Yep.
can't just like randomly bluff. For especially against a player who understands the game. If the bluff doesn't make sense, then you're just like burning money. Why do that? There are times when you need to bluff and take the spots. But a lot of people misunderstand the game and think that this game is all about bluffing, which is a misnomer, which needs to be corrected. You cannot like bluff your way all the time, because it's not gonna people are gonna catch up to you. And when uh, hand histories, when your hand is being shown, they see your showdowns, everyone starts taking notes, mental notes, and even otherwise, to know what you're doing, and then they will start adjusting. It's a game of adjustments. People will start adjusting to your game very soon, and as soon as they adjust your game, you need to readjust to the game, adjust your game.
There was a quote that I made when I used to play PLO. So the quote goes by like nuts on flop and peanuts on river.
Quite true about PLO. Not that I play too much of PLO. I play once in a while. I mean, I don't play PLO cash at all, but once in a while I play some PLO games, tournaments which happen, especially during a series where I'm chasing a leaderboard and something, and I need to take care. So at that time I play. So I do not really know much about. Yes, Komali, I did notice that both of us have the same chair. Yes, it's a good observation. We have exactly the same chair and the same color.
Yeah. That's Green Soul. Loving bro, cheers, your bro. Thank you so much. Yes, it's okay. Okay. Okay, we have A6 suited on hustle. Let's do some hustle today, guys. I think Nightbot is like the same for giving him a hectic time ball.
We have a gut shot here. We do not really have too much of a showdown. Like 7 high isn't really going to win us the hand too much on the river, so it's better to try and take it down here. Thankfully, that works for us.
Nitin, I'm at same table, WT hustle, kid poker 69, 21 big blind stack. Any tips? Yes, give me your stack. Kidding, bro. Just play
My
your decent.
favorite poker player in India, Danish by a long margin. Danish is my favorite player. He is by far, in my mind, the best poker player in the country, along with Adi. And his understanding of the game and how he's helped me improve my game is significant. So I have a lot of love for Danish. And other than being a great poker player, Danish is a fantastic human being. He's one of the most sorted humans I've met in my life. So just I have a lot of love and respect for Danish. Other than him, some of the other poker players that I really like, especially in terms of their game style, is obviously Aditya Agarwal, Adi, Sri Harsha, who's a crusher right now, doing like fantastically well everywhere. Rajat Sharma, one of my favorite poker players. His understanding of the game is extremely good, and he's obviously been doing very well. Was a part of my team again. Deccan Aces was proud to have him as a member of our team. Vaibhav Sharma, who again was a part of my team. So we had a great team. Like some of the people whom I really like were a part of my team. Vaibhav, again, a guy whom I really like. Amongst the new guys, I really like players like Gaurav Sood, Vishal Bajaj, Lakshpal Singh, Shrikant. These are some of the guys who have been doing extremely well. And one player who I feel that all you guys should watch out for in the upcoming few months or years is Kanchan Sharma. In my mind, she is currently the best female poker player in the country. Very, very passionate about the game, really works hard on her game, studies a lot, doing quite well. So, someone to really watch out for,
Yeah,
Kanchan Sharma.
she's doing great. Queen 9 we
So,
have.
we opened King 9 off from the button, which is a standard open. We get a min click by a flush ace, we call. Unfortunately, there's nothing for us on the board. We can't do much. But like for a min click, I'm never folding anything. Whatever I open, I'm calling.
So there is also a question by Shweta Tanwa. Hi Kpizza, please guide how to approach limpers. ISO them call their 100% c bet. Please suggest.
Uh, Sorry, 1 second. How to approach limpers? ISO them, call their 100%. Bet, please. I mean, very frankly, Shweta, all the guys who limp are not playing the same way. So you need to understand what the person is doing and then adjust accordingly. So there are a lot of guys who like to limp and fold a lot post that. There are a lot of guys who like to limp and then not fold at all. So it depends on who the limper is and adjust your game accordingly.
Yeah. So there's a question. Hi KP sir, any routine you follow to make to take care of your eyes since so much time is spent staring at the screen?
No, unfortunately, there's not much that I can do about it. It's a part of the game, and there's nothing specific that I'm doing to take care of that.
Okay, we have it. Okay, that's great. The jam on my table. Okay.
We need
Jam
a double up from
checkers.
this fish. Hopefully, let's try and get something in this hand. We have a pretty decent hand to open right now. King 10 suited.
Yep.
Not happy when bully opens so early.
Hmm.
I mean, if I'm on the button here with King 10 suited, even when he
Yeah.
opens, I would love to play this hand, but I cannot call from here because there are so many players to act behind, and especially with a good player on the button, Dirty, he can squeeze a lot, he can jam a lot. Softy Vanilla also is very aggressive, and he loves to squeeze and loves to take these spots. So he might do some certain things. So early in position, even though as beautiful a hand as King 10 suited is, it doesn't make sense to feel for me.
देखिए एक तो बेसिक ट्रिक है, एक तो लाइक और शेयर ठोक दीजिए महाकाल का दबा के लाइक और शेयर ठोक दीजिए, 5,000 लौटे दिख जाना चाहिए। ये 4,000 के लिए मैं यहाँ पे नहीं खड़ा हूँ, पूरा साल मेहनत करता हूँ आपके लिए बेटा। ऐसा नहीं चलेगा, ऐसा नहीं चलेगा। लाइक ठोकी दबा के, लाइक ठोकिए, यहाँ पे देखिए।
Ishita Roses, ship it. Let's go, Ishita. Let's go, let's go. Okay, we have Queen 3, easy fold.
Once again, not a great hand. Deuces, I'm never too happy to open deuces. If I'm on the cutoff button, I could still open that or maybe jam or whatever to call accordingly. But from such early position, deuces, threes, fours, I normally not too happy to open those hands.
When we are deep, then we can open, no? Right?
Okay, we kind of need a
Okay, hello.
double up. I need some chips now. Still have 41 minutes of late dredge left, which is fine with us. Just that 22 picks we have. Okay.
Queen 8 suited, we defend it. We're gonna check full this flop. Can't do much. Okay, Bullseye Baba is on my table on hustle. Let's go, let's go.
This fish loves to play against me. Myron. Always call when I'm. Hopefully we have two clean outs. We have a backdoor. We call and we've got a great card on the turn.
The king says I'm gonna fold. Who is ICM
Okay,
sucks?
we are going to gamble here. I have
Hello, can you hear me, sir? Hello. Hello, hello. No voice.
a great spot for us because that's like a great card for us. We have a lot of kings, we have a lot of flushes, which we're checking. We obviously had queen high flush draw, gut shot.
KP sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
ZZZ369. Do you know the guy personally, or is like
Yeah, it's Myron Pereira.
Myron Pereira?
The part of my team, Tekken Aces.
Okay.
He's a donkey. He's a very sweet chap.
So when is PSL happening?
I'm not too sure, but I think towards the end of the year.
And the qualifiers will be on #poker, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I already
Okay.
registered for that.
So we have to jam here. We have like big blind has less than 10 BBs. We have threes and can do a flip. And let's win it. Yes.
Let's hold. Hold it or fold it.
So we've got some chips now. Finally, again, back to 39 big blinds, which is a good situation for us to be in.
Here we have pocket jacks and the big blind. Let's see. Kipune is on small blind. He's a very tricky player. Okay. Okay, he calls. I'm gonna raise to 4x or 3.5. Yeah. I think 3.5 is a bit standard. Okay, he 3-bets slim. Wow, that's nice. That's nice. Okay. I think we're gonna go broke here. Let's go for a 4-bet. Blind versus blind. And jacks, a very good hand to 4-bet with. Ah, there's a queen on the flop. Now what to do? So many hands that we can have
My
here.
God, and now I'm tilted.
Me.
On another table, there's this whale on my table who's just like doing any random stuff.
I'm going to jam on the flop.
On my other table, somebody
If he
opened it
has
under
it,
the gun. There's this whale who 3-bets him with a6 off. I 4-bet jam ace queen for like 30, 35 bigs because I know how he's playing. He snaps me with a6 off and hits a 6.
okay. He shows pocket sevens. Let's go. Is he played correctly? He called with 4-bet call with pocket seven, and I jammed jammed on the flop on 6-3 queen, and he calls. He tank calls. Blind versus blind.
Do we have 73 people watching right now? Is that correct? I don't know. That's what is
Yeah,
showing on my.
it's 7-3. Yeah, that's great.
Wow.
I see people loves me so much.
Oh, I'm happy to see that number. It's like
That's
great
insane.
fun to have so many people who
Yeah,
are watching.
yeah. Good luck, bro. I'm
We
so.
we had over 155 unique viewers today.
Oh, very nice.
Good luck, bro and sub. But I'm watching Neil game, so sorry. Arey, no problem, bro. Guys, let's say for Neil Joshi. Let's get the title.
Sorry, I missed it. What you said, Neil Joshi? Something? Is there a comment
There's a
that
comment.
came?
Good luck, bro and sub. But I'm watching Neil Joshi, so sorry, man. Don't, no worries, no worries. Let's. Okay, good luck. ये हो गया. See,
How come I'm not being able to see that comment?
it's on YouTube.
Even I am not able to see that comment. I think it's on Twitch, not on YouTube.
Oh no, I
No,
think
it's
for
on.
me, there was some delay. I've missed out on a lot of comments.
No, it's on YouTube.
Saswat Biswas. Hello, sir. How to deal with the literal bad luck streak, or is there something like it? In a single day, I've been outlucked post flop by quads thrice. Pre flop, I am ahead all the times. Yes, you can't do much about it. It's a part of the game. It could be a bad day. It'll happen. So there are times when you just need to deal with it. I mean, there's no mantra to how to get out of bad luck streak. Like I said earlier, during this team, follow the process, do the right things, keep studying on your game. Things will fall into place. That's what has happened with everybody, and that's how I'm sure will work for you.
Mm.
Once again, a situation where he has like 15, 16 big blinds. You have queen eight, we jam. Unfortunately, as is
Ah,
dominated, and we do chips here. Hello, KP sir. How to deal with a little bit? Oh, he's already answered that right now. So it's always nice to pick up a big hand after you lost a hand because people also tend to uh, think that you are on a tilt and they will not give you so much credit for it. This guy I am Unagi Naren Purohit is again one guy who loves to get involved in pots and play a lot of hands. I won't be surprised if he three bets me here. And obviously, if he three bets, it's an easy jam for us with tens over there. He's really tanking a lot.
easy 4 for 6. Oh,
Did someone say I'm getting $1,000 to like bust ZZZ369?
Dhirendra.
Dhirendra.
Bro, I'll send you my Google Pay number.
Oh my god, this whale is now tilting me on the other table, man. He sucked out on me 4 times.
Okay, here we have a hand to play. This guy opens and we call flop is ace 3 king. We're gonna continue calling. Now we turn 2 pair. Okay. He might have ace queen, ace 10, or king, queen, or might we have some flush draws. We bet 66% on turn. Okay, he folds. Let's go.
Hello, KP sir. I can also overhear Sumit's voice over at times. Yeah, Sumit is also a part of the stream, so he keeps joining in even though he's on my same table. Obviously, he doesn't have the table open, so he cannot see my cards. But yeah, he's also a part of the stream and he keeps
Yep.
coming in between.
So hello Om, what's up, bro? Om is one of the oldest member of MPC. So when
Okay.
we started our Monster Poker Club on WhatsApp group, so he was one of the first 14, 15 members. And welcome on the stream, bro. After a long time.
Yeah.
And during the next break, guys, I'm going to get myself something to eat. And so there will be a little bit of munching when the stream starts again after the break. Please excuse me for that.
Are you getting a fish to eat?
No. I would rather have them on the table.
10 those probably gonna fold. Yes, thank you so much, sir. I really look up to you. That's way.
I'm just happy to see we have like more than 60 people consistently who are a part of the
Yeah.
stream. So that's great.
Great. Yeah. Here's an hand. Ipune. Jack man off is an easy fold. Okay, he opens, he jams 50 big blind. Nice.
Vanessa is asking, how do you deal with a fish like Myron? Now, Vanessa, I don't know if you are being serious or if you're just making a joke out of it. Uh, uh, I mean, Myron is not really a fish when it comes on the table. I like to call him a fish because he, especially against me, he likes to do a lot of fishy stuff. So that's why I do that. So, but yeah, generally, how best to deal with a fish is take the chips.
We don't know, he's a fold. King gets rotated, we're gonna open. Get off.
I don't know. There are times when people are thinking so much, you like generally what they're doing. Oh, Myron folded from button. Fish finally folds against me. Just wants to play every hand when I'm involved in it. Fish. You fish. Myron the fish.
So, Tane, I just want to announce on stream also. So, Tane is also doing a bankroll challenge in MPC, which is from 15K to 100K challenge. And I want to wish him good luck. And I hope that on the stream, everybody wishes him good luck. So, for the people who don't know, we are also running like a lot of bankroll challenges, and we are encouraging new and beginners to, grow and concentrate on a game. Don't tilt too often, because when you have somebody to answer, you obviously play more reasonable poker. Also, we have a lot of goodies to give. Whoever completed the bankroll challenge, he will get MPC merchandise. He will get some cash bonus, and obviously a better reg back if you are under MPC affiliate. So yeah, guys, if you haven't created any bankroll challenge yet, please join Discord and create a bankroll challenge, because you can get a lot of things out of it.
Yeah, right. And I'm also doing a bankroll challenge of 2 lakh to 10 lakh. And I recently created like last month, and I have crossed 5 lakh in a month. So that's great. We're gonna cross it very soon. So yeah.
So KP sir, as we talk about challenges, do you keep some challenges, or do you like to challenge yourself in anything, not only in poker? Anything you wanna share us share with us?
No, not really. I'm not really a guy who needs motivation like that so I don't really, it's not something which I've ever done or tried to. So unfortunately I do not have anything which I can share with you here.
Okay, so the break is coming in 7 minutes, and there's
Yeah.
still 22 minutes registration left. Let's hold on, guys. Let's everybody hold on, and let's see if we can cross this break and make it to the ITM first.
Yes. And we are running 11 out of 115 in a hustle. Okay. 4-9 off is an easy fold.
Yes, I'm not too sure about the others. They can answer, but I'm mainly a tournament player. I do play cash games once in a while, but my cash games are mainly when I'm playing. If there's like a cash festival which is happening or something like that, or while I'm playing a tournament, if I bust out live tournament, and if I bust out early from the tournament, those are the times when I do that. I used to play a lot of cash earlier. Now I have reduced the amount of cash that I play. Views on short deck. I have never played short deck. I haven't really spent time uh, understanding the game, so I'm really not the right person to talk about it. But yeah, I believe whoever gets involved in some of the short deck, people do find it interesting. So
So
I don't
first time
maybe
I
there
was
is.
playing short deck poker, and some of my friend told me flush is better than full house. I was shocked. मतलब पहले तो मैं सोचा कि ये मजाक कर रहा है मेरे साथ कि मैं फर्स्ट टाइम शॉर्ट डेक खेल रहा हूँ इसलिए देन आई रियलाइज कि मैंने बोर्ड पे फ्लश हिट करा है और सामने वाले के बोर्ड पेयर हुआ है उसके बाद फुल हाउस हो सकता है और मैंने इसको सिर्फ चेक कॉल करा उसने मेरे को फुल हाउस दिखाया एंड आई वॉन दैट हैंड
Yeah, so I actually do not even know the rules of short deck, so
या
I'm not really the right person to talk about this
या
as well.
आई आल्सो प्लेड इट वंस इन माय लाइफ So there is a very really nice question by Komali. Whenever I have a hand to be reviewed after a session, I will share it to some people, but most of the times everyone comes up with different answers. Can you shed some lights on how to review? Yeah, that is I also want to know. Right, seems so.
1 minute, yeah.
Oh fuck. Yeah, 7's fold. Yeah. Okay. So we have like I'm gonna check raise. And calling his jam. Yeah, he folds.
Sorry, I'm involved in 2-3 hands in different places, so
Oh,
that's
no
why
problem, no problem.